Of faith.
Hey everybody, welcome to Fresh Out the Box
Was it
Paints and
just me talking
Miniatures.
to myself by myself?
No, we were both muted that time.
No, that's all right.
It's because I broke protocol and I just launched the stream straight to us talking, so I didn't press the
It's
unmute button.
also the mute's on, not the mute. The stream is on TTRPG instead of miniature painting. Also.
It is. It is. Yeah. I wasn't sure. I mean, I'll change it, but I feel like it just doesn't matter half the time.
It's the same people. You know what I mean?
It is the same people usually.
That's
how I feel about it. But yeah, hey everybody, thanks for sitting through 3 minutes of silence while we flap our little jabber jaws.
3 minutes of silence is the name of your sex tape.
I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
It means that, well, it means that I finish quick, but it also means that I don't thrust much? I don't know.
It's me, the Hands of Casualties CDG, and we're painting Deep Rock miniatures.
No. Oh, sorry, yes.
I've got the gunner, I've got the driller, I've got the slasher, and I've got a Mactera plague guy.
I've got a Mactera, a Glyphid, and an Exploder. I'm going to be doing the Exploder. Which one are you picking?
I think I'm going to go driller. There's something just calling to me about the driller, and I want to do it similar to the way the driller actually looks. But I think that, like, when I do the monsters, I might not do them the way that they're actually supposed to look. I might just make them look cool.
X.
I didn't realize how tough the gunner was going to be. I thought his armor was mostly green, because in the game, his border is green. But the gunner's armor is, like, brown striped with tan. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to set him over here for now. We're gonna just move him right off screen. Goodbye, gunner. And we're going to focus on the driller for the first part of this.
Interesting. Try to change the whatever. I wish I could do it on my phone. I've never actually done it from the browser before. So I'm like, I don't know how to do it here.
I don't know, it's too tough.
It's too tough. But yeah, hey, fresh out the box. Does that mean they didn't hear about... I didn't hear the porn jokes earlier. That's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay. I'm okay with that. What category should we do here?
Miniature painting?
I don't think that is one.
How about board games?
We do board games. Maybe.
I said maybe.
Yeah, I know it's a category, but it wasn't popping up. There it is. Boom! We are now the board game streamers. Oh. Yeah, so this Exploder... I guess I really just need to go in with, like... red. Like a dark red to start.
I would almost not do that. I would go in with a brighter color to start.
You think?
Do a brighter base. Yeah, almost like a bright orange or a bright yellow. That way you can do the darker color at the end as an edge highlight, and you can paint the brighter stuff now and make it look like it's almost glowing, sort of.
I thought you were supposed to go dark to light.
Well, if you try to paint light over dark, you're not going to see it very well.
Gotcha.
So if you paint your light now and just keep it light, you know. If you paint dark crimson right now, you're going to have a hard time painting yellow on top of it.
I think I really only have... I have 2 yellows and then lava orange.
Yeah, I think lava orange might be the way to go. And it's a really strange one for me. The texture of lava orange has always been weird, so beware. It might be strange.
I have these little steel balls that I ordered on Amazon. How do I use them?
They go in your paints.
How do I put them in there?
You pop the top off your paint and then drop the steel ball in there. And then they just stay in there, and you just give them a shake, because the steel ball's in there to keep your paint from clumping up too much.
Ha ha ha! Just put one.
Yeah, you just need one in there.
Alrighty. Oh wow! I can. That works way better immediately. Holy crap!
Shake it.
That's so much better. Wow. My brother-in-law bought one of those shakers or whatever. You just push your paint bottle onto it and it starts vibrating.
Mm-hmm.
And it just mixes your paint. He says he loves it.
I get it, but to me, that's like, it almost reminds me of like a dice tower. It's like, I don't need a dice tower.
I don't need a dice tower, but they are cool.
Roll my dice. I don't need a paint shaker. I can shake my paints.
I can shake my paints too, but like I do get frustrated with my paints sometimes when I'm shaking them.
You're not the only one. It's just, it's not a thing for me. It doesn't mess with me. I haven't had any problems with it yet. Once I have that paint, I'm sure I'll switch sides.
These steel balls are a game changer, though.
So a bunch of mine came with steel balls. I told you that, and then when you got yours, you said they didn't, which
No,
I thought
I didn't have any.
Bummer, because we got them from the same company.
Yeah, I must have gotten like maybe they changed the bundle up or something.
Maybe so.
Maybe they just forgot. But they were real cheap on Amazon.
So I started with Flash Color. Why not? And since I'm doing one face, I might as well do two. So I went ahead and did the gunner's face also with some flesh tone. They don't have exposed hands, legs, any of that. They've got gloves on, so it's easy. If I'm just going to use paint, I might as well not waste it.
Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and get this orange on here. I actually have to move my light. I put it a little too far towards me.
Don't forget to thin your paints. Don't forget to dry brush.
Yeah. Need to get a paper towel. I tried to get this TikTok painter lady to join our stream, but she never got back to me.
Oh, what a bummer.
Yeah, she's pretty big on TikTok. She's just getting bigger. She's a mini painter. She's really cool.
Maybe next time.
I thought it would help
Everybody.
Yeah, it would help everybody.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised we don't know anybody who paints minis like Mr. Kapow or somebody like that. Corbinian.
I feel like Corbinian does.
He seems like a minis painting guy.
Because he's a big nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like Corbinian a lot. He's really cool.
Yeah, he's a man, bro. He's also ageless like a vampire.
Yeah. I don't know how old he actually is, but he's older than we are, even though...
I don't think Corbinian knows how old he is anymore. I think
Maybe
he's lost track of the centuries.
Yeah, that's possible. Man, this orange does not want to go on.
See, yeah, I told you, right? That orange, that lava orange has a weird texture. It's not just me.
Yeah. But I mean, I've always had trouble with yellows. Maybe I just need to go on thicker with it. Maybe once I get the base coat down, it'll be alright.
Yeah, because you definitely have to do more than one coat with yellows and oranges.
Yeah.
Everybody says 2 thin coats, but sometimes when you're working with yellows, you gotta do more than 2. You also can't get frustrated and start, breaking your yellow and smearing it. You gotta wait for it to dry.
Yeah.
I'm about to play that game right now. I'm about to work with some big-time yellows. This whole character's yellow.
Yeah, the driller's very yellow, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I've been working with yellows recently. I actually haven't taken pictures, but I've been working on my Space Dwarfs, on my Votan.
Oh yeah, I always forget that you bought Votan.
Yeah, I've been working on my Votan, and I've got a lot of yellow units, a lot of yellow, red, and white.
That's cool.
Because I made them look like orcs.
You remember the yellow Space Marine faction?
Yes.
I mean, like, what are they called?
Super hard to paint. They're the Iron Fists, aren't they?
Are they? Are they the Iron Fist?
Imperial Fist?
I
think Iron Fist might be gray.
Well, I think the Iron Legion is gray with like the caution tape, like motif, and I think they're chaos. But the yellow, I don't remember. They might be the Emperor's Fist or something. I don't know.
Let's see. Iron Fist, 40k. Yeah, they're Iron Fist.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Such a weird name for them. I guess they're the Iron Fist.
Imperial Fist.
Oh, Imperial Fist. Okay, that's better.
I searched Iron Fist, and they came up, but then the correction is halfway down the page. They're the Imperial Fist. You got it. You're the man.
That makes more sense. I feel like Iron Fist is just, like Taken. You know what I mean? Taken.
Yeah, isn't that guy from The Thing, Danny Rand, the Immortal
Iron Fist, yeah.
Defender of Kun Lun?
Bro, that dude was so... Who wrote that?
I can't believe anyone ever thought that guy was the guy.
Like the actor?
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily have a problem with him. It was the writing.
The writing wasn't great, but he's not the guy either.
I mean, I won't argue with it.
To your point, would a different actor have made that good? Probably not.
No.
But I don't think it would have been good with a different script in that guy either.
I think with a different script, it could have been much better. Because, he wasn't awful. They just kept making him say that he was the Iron Fist. I don't think he was...
I thought he was pretty awful. I'm not a fan.
I didn't think he was, like blow me away or anything, but... You know who would have been better? That kind of looks like him anyways.
Jack Black.
Steve Amell, I think his name is.
I don't know who that is.
He played the Green Arrow on the CW adaptation.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Probably would have been better.
Yeah, he could probably do it.
They kind of look the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they had mango jellies in that show as Deathstroke.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Slade Wilson.
I would not have made him Deathstroke, but I'm not mad at that casting.
Yeah.
I would have gone with old man Deathstroke though. That's why.
I mean, he kind of was at that point. He had gray. Nice. He had gray in his beard and stuff. It wasn't old, but
yeah. If I did Deathstroke, I would do old Deathstroke, but I would also do old Batman.
I really like Deathstroke in Young Justice. He was cool.
Wasn't he? He was old man Deathstroke in that, right?
He had gray hair, yeah.
Yeah, he was the dad.
Was he a dad?
Wasn't he Huntress's dad?
No, her dad's Sportsmaster.
Sportsmaster, that's right.
What's up, Eric Jackson?
Hey, Eric Jackson.
Welcome to the
see how I can
stream.
get them. You see how I can get them.
I understand.
Sportsmaster's pretty Deathstrokey.
I understand. I thought, when I first saw Sportsmaster and he was wearing a hockey mask and hit someone with a cricket bat, I rolled my eyes. But then I was like, holy shit, Sportsmaster's a badass.
I was like, who is this Casey Jones knockoff? But the character named Sportsmaster is pretty funny. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in that John Cena show.
Oh, he'd be great for Peacemaker.
Yeah, he would.
Did you ever read the Judas Contract, the Titan story with Terra and Deathstroke? No.
No, we did
I think
not.
I saw the Judas Contract, which was an animated DC film. I think there was one called the Judas Contract. Is it the one about the artifact that if it's in your possession when you die, no matter what, you go to heaven? Is it that one?
Well, that's pretty cool.
Bro, it was crazy. I forget who wanted it.
Ra's al Ghul, probably.
Okay, no, it wasn't that one. Nah, yeah, that one was... no, I think it was Vandal Savage.
Oh, yeah, Vandal Savage, yes.
Because I think he wanted to die, but he was like, I'm not going to hell, though.
That sounds familiar. I think I might have watched that, too.
The Judas Contract sounds familiar, so I'm trying to remember what that is.
Judas Contract does not sound familiar to me, but the one you're talking about does.
That one was cool. No.
You probably watched that one on HBO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I probably watched that, too. I went through a bunch 1 month.
Yeah, that's a good one. 'Twas a good one. This one just showing up okay. It's happening. I just had to go a little thicker on it. The black's kind of showing through. I'm going to need a little more paint, though. This is the one about Deathstroke hiring Terra to infiltrate the Teen Titans. Oh, okay. I mean, I know that she does that, and that one's cool. And it does happen in Young Justice. It's pretty dope. I mean, every iteration of Terra betrays the Teen Titans, pretty much. So I guess it's like a very popular arc. Because she always does it.
I think Batman's parents dying, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, pretty much. You count on it.
It's got to. Part of the story.
Beast Boy falls in love with her, so when she betrays them, it breaks his heart. Yeah, no, it happens in the... All of that happens in the animated show. Not Go. It also happens in Teen Titans Go, but, you know. I'm not gonna lie, that one grew on me.
Voice of Starfire.
What?
Princess Bubblegum is the voice of Starfire.
In everything, or just Go?
In Go.
Nice.
Just found that out the other day.
It's a good casting. I told someone about one of the episodes where, like, the timeline gets fucked up, and so the Teen Titans go back in time to, like, make sure the heroes come back, and there's a scene where they put a pearl necklace on Batman's mom, and then they shove his mom and dad into an alleyway, and then there's gunshots, and Robin's like standing there smiling because, like, you know, they fixed the timeline, and then Bruce Wayne's just like watching in horror as his parents are murdered.
That's fucking funny.
It's really fucking funny. Like, that show has some quality to it. In the Judas Contract is established she is 13 and strongly hinted the Deathstroke has been sleep. Oh, gross. Yeah, I mean, you know. Oh, comics. It's not good. Not good.
I was watching Unicorn Warriors Eternal. The new episode came out today, and I appreciated, like, cartoons as a medium because one of the characters accidentally summons a kraken, and, you know, she's like, bam, look, problem solved, you know, and then in the background the kraken just eats an entire boat full of people, and all their jaws just drop. The main characters, they're like, oh no, and then they go solve it.
Yeah.
But it's a cartoon, so that's meaningless, you know? But if that happens in, like, a tabletop game, you feel bad, like you're responsible for all those lives.
Yeah.
But in a cartoon, it's super funny. You could just cut away, do something silly like that, and go back.
Yeah, sure.
Did you end up checking that show out yet?
I watched the first one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Watched the first one. I mean, it's cool. I didn't get, like, sucked in immediately, but I'm going to keep watching it.
Yeah, you are.
Going to keep watching it.
Yeah, 4th episode's out now. I watched it today.
Oh, nice.
It was dope. I actually watched it before work.
It's definitely interesting. It's an interesting concept. This guy's getting really orange, dog.
That's okay. You
No,
can
I
do
like it.
yellows and you can do yellows and reds and all sorts of stuff. It's gonna look great.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be alright. I think it's gonna be pretty good. It's kinda, this thing on his back's kinda nutsacky. And overall, a really good story, but it has scenes of Tara smoking and drinking, so it was pretty controversial. Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes comic book writers make interesting choices. I don't really have a problem with the depictions of underage drinking and smoking, but the other thing is pretty weird. I don't know. I don't know if I would have written that in, but yeah, I mean, it does happen in real life, I guess. I don't know. All too often.
Not the flavor of our show.
Yeah, it's not the flavor of our show, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, those are not themes. Those are not themes we're exploring in our TTRPG. All right, guys. This episode, you pick your child bride. It's okay. You have parental consent, so it's legal in the United States.
It's okay because this culture practices it. And you're like, no, 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 no.
Bro, this country practices it.
I was just thinking if you're in like a fantasy game and some fantasy culture practices it and your game master's trying to be like, yeah, no, it's cool. Like, no, no, it isn't.
Yeah, it's cool. Dwarves do it all the time.
Dwarves do it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like if it, yeah, because the story was about, you know, control, taking advantage, that kind of thing. Makes sense. And some people, I mean, sometimes it's fine, you know. I mean, the way you describe it, they don't really touch on it. They just, it's hinted at, which is probably the way to go. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm not, like, if it happens in a story, it happens, but, you know. That's pretty good music. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you had music going. I wonder if I can join your music thing.
Maybe.
No, no, I can't.
You can't see it on my,
No, I tried.
can you see it on my Spotify? Because you can
I
also
don't know.
join that way. If we're Spotify friends.
I don't have it open. Oh well.
I freaked
Just
my
keep-
brother out because like I could see what he was listening to when him and Chris were on the way here, and like when they got here, I started like singing that song, like offhandedly, and then they both like looked at me and they were like, "That's so weird. We're just listening to it," and I was like, "Oh, that's crazy," and like I tried to make a big deal out of it, and then I was like, "Yeah, I know, I saw, I was watching."
Oh, man, you should have let that go for years.
That's pretty funny. Just like always know what they're listening to.
And just it always be a thing, and you're like, no way, it was the craziest thing. Yeah, milk that as long as you could. That's a funny thing to do. It's pretty harmless.
It is pretty harmless, yeah.
Now you know for next time.
Yeah.
You could do it to somebody else.
I'd probably do it to them, honestly.
Probably do it to Kayvon.
Oh, yeah, I could. Could do that. You talk to him lately?
I don't know. I feel like I text him every now and then, but I don't remember what the last thing we talked about was.
Have you talked to him since his birthday?
I really don't know the answer to that.
No.
But I feel like I text him once or twice a month just about nothing, just to make sure he's still alive.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I stay in contact with a lot of people. I just don't really talk to them. I just make sure they're still alive. We say what's up, and we don't talk for a few more months.
Yeah. I don't do that.
I have lots and lots of people that I talk to. I have lots of friends I stay in contact with.
Oh yeah, just kind of want to, yeah. I guess that's not too bad, Eric. But I haven't read your contract. It's a good one. Heading to the dining room for dinner. You're gonna log in with your phone. Yeah. What are you eating? Hope it's good. I had Chinese food.
I had some chicken strips.
I bought my family Chinese food for dinner.
Have you had? That's really nice of you.
I do.
Have you had?
Time, yeah.
Have you had that John Souls chicken?
No.
There's this chicken that they sell at almost every grocery store now in the frozen section, and it comes in these purple bags, and it's called John Souls Southern Chicken, and it tastes like Chick-fil-A chicken tenders. They're like a pickly chicken tender. They're pretty fucking good. And then you don't have to pay Chick-fil-A any money.
Yeah.
Not that you're doing that. Yeah, not that you're doing that anyways, but you should try those. They're pretty good.
Should I do Demonic Yellow next?
What am I doing? Yes, I'm doing Demonic Yellow, and it is another one that you're gonna have to patiently layer and layer and layer.
Yeah.
I think I'm at like two or three layers already.
I'm gonna put the steel ball in. Leftover chicken and rice.
Ooh, shit, yeah, I love chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice is a solid meal, Doug. The fact that Americans eat meat with every meal is apparently not typical of the world.
No, that's right, but it's actually very typical of me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I only eat meat for a meal.
It's typical of most Americans.
Earlier, my wife was like, "Do you want any sides with this?" And I was like, "Nope, just the meat, please."
Just the meat. It's the name of my OnlyFans.
That was also your nickname in high school?
Just the meat, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's just the meat.
They forgot to make the rest of me. I'm just the meat.
Just the meat with no bones.
Wait, can I do it? I made his image.
There you go. Yeah, hell yeah.
What's up, fat man? I don't know. The problem is I don't know the things he says. If I knew more, I always I can't remember any of his lines.
Yeah, I know. I feel that. I know what you mean.
The only one I remember is "I made his image." Where like Master Shake is like pointing at Meatwad and being like, "Look at that and tell me there's a God." So fucking funny. Oh, what an awesome thing to say to like anybody. You know what? I'm gonna use that.
Master Shake, yeah, has some very great burns. He's a very, very funny character.
He is. Yeah, he's a good character. I've been getting frozen breaded chicken strips, cooking them in the air fryer. They come out super crispy and juicy.
Yeah, man, that's the ones I'm talking about. They're frozen breaded ones. You should check out, see if you see the John Souls ones. John Souls. Wish I made money for that. Those are fucking good. I'd be a spokesperson. John Souls streaming chicken. Preferred chicken of streamers.
I would eat a chicken streamer. Just like a
Chicken?
banner made out of chicken.
I was gonna say, do you mean like a party? Like there's a party and they've got fried chicken banners? Because I'm about that.
That's exactly what I meant.
I like that party.
Should I hit the yellow everywhere?
Should you hit the yellow everywhere?
Or just
Probably
like
not.
around the like pustules?
Probably. Have you pulled up an image yet?
Yeah. I mean, the pustules are pretty much all yellow. For the most part.
Are they more yellow at like the top where light hits them?
They're yellow on the whole thing, but then like on the rim they have like the reddish orangish.
So yeah, I mean, hit it with some yellow. Hit it with a bunch of yellow. Sounds like.
Does sound like.
Sounds like hit it with some yellow.
Hit it with the yellow. Hit it with the yellow.
I'm trying to get in on these cracks here for this driller. He has green pants, it looks like, under his yellow armor.
Getting into the driller's cracks.
I'm trying to get into the driller's pants, into his green pants.
Oh, nice. You know why his pants are green?
No,
Because he's new.
because he's a green beard.
He's a green beard, yeah. You know, this actually is working pretty well, pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, that looks really good. That looks really good.
Now, I'm being pretty rough with it, but I left a lot. I let a lot of the black show through still on the orange. But yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just here for the chicken. Go start writing parody songs while we paint.
Yeah, that's how Weird Al got famous. He was a miniature painter writing parody songs on Twitch.
Should we do parodies of his songs?
We do versions of his songs that sound like real songs that aren't the real
Okay.
song.
What's one of his songs that he does? Pick one. Pick one and we'll do it.
Like a surgeon.
Okay. That's a tough one, buddy.
What about eating sturgeon?
We could be eating sturgeon. I thought sturgeon. I also thought mergeon.
Oh,
Like
on
I
the
was
highway driving merging?
on the highway. Wait, no.
Mhm.
I am merging into the lane. I don't know, like that.
At the very worst time.
Oh yeah, there you go. I am merging
I crashed my car.
into.
But I'm just fine.
I'm just fine. You also do you crashed your car into mine.
Into mine.
Yeah. There you go. That'd be good. Oh, good. Jenny's here. Jenny likes this kind of thing a lot. Did you watch the Weird Al movie?
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I got like right to the final, maybe like 5 minutes or so, and I just couldn't finish the final 5 minutes.
It's so funny, dude. It is long,
It's a-
though.
It is very long.
It's too long.
It is unrelentingly dumb.
Yes.
Doesn't ever stop being
Dude,
so dumb.
I was
Not for a second.
crying, dude. The
It's
fact that
super
it's Daniel
funny.
Radcliffe really, really does it for me. You know what I mean?
hmm It's just like, like this. It's the same problem I have with Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Where
It's too much.
If you watch a lot of it, they're just unrelentingly dumb and bad people.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that movie, I was just like, oh, I need some fucking taste of sanity for a moment.
Yeah. You feel like you're taking crazy pills?
But I also like that. I think that's the point. Honestly, I think that was part of the point of the movie, and I think that's probably what it's like to be Weird Al.
Probably.
I think whatever version of ADD he has is like that. It's just
Bro.
unrelenting, and he's probably a lot to deal with.
When he figured out my Bologna on in the movie, bro, I was
And like
dying.
the whole industry, like it blew their mind.
I was dying. I couldn't handle it. It was too good. It was too good. I also really enjoyed when his dad beat the accordion salesman almost to death. It's pretty funny. Who's a little hungry one? A hungry one. Gonna give a taste of my bologna. Like, it's so funny, dude. It's just too good.
You think Daniel Radcliffe and Weird Al are still friends? They still talk?
I can't imagine they're not, because they're
I
both super
agree.
weird.
I agree. I don't know the answer to that, but I like to think that they are.
I'm so happy of the person that Daniel Radcliffe turned out to be.
Yes.
He reminds me of Elijah Wood.
Yeah, same.
They both just became super weird, but like also awesome. I loved Elijah Wood in I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. It's a Netflix movie.
I have not seen that.
He's so good at it. He's so good at it. It's about like this woman that like is a huge doormat her whole life, and then like somebody steals, like breaks into her house and steals like her mom's silverware or something, and like she and her laptop, and she's like trying to get it back, and Elijah Wood is a nut job, and he like tries to help her. It's crazy.
It sounds pretty funny.
It's pretty funny. He's a crazy person. In like all the best ways. We're trying to convince Jenny to let us name our child Frodo.
I thought you were going to say Elijah.
No, not Elijah, Frodo.
She might go for it.
She might. She likes the movies too. Which I feel like I lucked out a lot on that one. She's just as big a fan as me, pretty much. Which, like, at first I thought she was just, like, trying to be a good girlfriend and, like, taking interest in my interests. But then, like, I'm like, what do you want to watch? She's like, we could watch Lord of the Rings again. And I'm like, what? I fucking love you. It's the right answer.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then we did. We did watch them again. Oh. Your
We've been
reaction?
playing a ton of For the King.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. The second one's coming out, right?
It's already out for Steam, but I think it's in like beta. I think there's only 4 classes right now.
Oh yeah, pre-release.
Yeah, but nothing for console yet. I'll pick it up when it comes out though, without a doubt. Now that I know that Annie likes it,
It's
I didn't
very
realize
fun.
she'd want to play it because it's such a long game.
It is. It's very involved. Very fun though.
But yesterday she was playing 2 characters, and I was playing one just because she gets bored on my turns. And I'm like, well, fuck it, play 2 characters then. And it worked.
Yeah.
But you know how it is. You almost always like need a healer, so you almost need to play 3 characters.
Error. There's an error with my output, so it stopped recording, but that's okay. Sometimes I forget that it is a backup recording. I need to mess with my memory.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to.
Offload a bunch of older stuff at this point. We've been doing this for 2 years.
Well, I don't get rid of pretty much any of it. I bought a external hard drive and I dump it all on there.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I have our old stuff still.
That
Yeah.
explains that.
It feels because like I feel responsible for it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because like you put work into it, so like I'm just gonna buy a hard drive.
Yeah, it's more or less, it's, part of our portfolio.
Yeah. For better or worse.
Yeah, it may not matter now, but it may matter someday.
Yeah, who knows?
I think it'll be cool for, like, generations down the line, your grandkids to go through to see and things about you and how you were and your mannerisms and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's good. Oh man, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I can't do that with my grandparents. I'll never know that much about them really, but my kids
Correct.
and my descendants will be able to
We could
watch.
be talking to them right now. We could be talking to them
Hi,
200
descendants.
years down the line right now. Hi, Jahan's descendants. I was his best friend. One of them.
Sorry for all the deformities.
My line is probably not still alive, and if it is, I hope you guys are friends with them.
Your line should be alive.
I don't think so.
I mean, your brother reproduced.
With a female, though. There will probably be... I have one little brother, but that's the last male heir. There's only literally one of us left.
I mean, but you still continue through the female.
That's true, but our family name will probably be long gone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, assuming that she takes the boy's name.
I think she will. But
Maybe.
you're right. That's a long way to tell.
It's a long way to tell, yeah. It's becoming more and more common not to.
Plus, we have a cool name. Maybe she'll keep it.
Yeah. Maybe she'll be famous and, like, want to keep it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe that'll be your stage name.
Okay, I gotta stop painting this thing yellow because I'm getting carried away. We'll move to a different part of the miniature. Greetings, you multicolors painting of minis. Hey,
must
what's
be
up?
Penguin.
That's Penguin.
I know how Penguin greets us now. Greetings, Penguin.
Can you see my testicle monster?
I imagined that you just pulled out your penis and got us kicked off Twitch.
Can you see it though?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Penguin. Let me click over. Oh yeah, that's good. Me likey that.
It's turned out pretty decent already.
You should do, not yet, but when you get there, you should do some like dark brown. What is it? Monster brown, leather brown.
Really, brown?
Yeah, in some of his cracks before you do the black, before you do the wash.
Oh, okay. What about the red? I should do red, right?
Yes. You should do red highlights, red edge highlights, and then brown in the recesses.
Brown in the recesses, red edge highlights. Gotcha. Oh, snap. Baby, why are you naming NPCs?
I think she's naming our miniatures.
Strange Dan Radkovic.
Oh, it's a mixture of
It's
Daniel Radcliffe and Weird Al.
Yeah, it's Weird Al, yep. It's pretty funny. Strange Dan Rad... Is that what we're naming our child? That was a reference to?
I hope so.
Dan
That's a good name.
Radkovic Navisi. That is a good name. I picked up a 12 terabyte external.
Damn.
You have it almost half full with 3D miniatures? That's crazy.
That's awesome.
That's a lot.
Is that Eric saying that?
That's Eric saying that.
Eric, do you do your own 3D printing? Is that why you have so many minis? If so, you're really good at 3D printing because those minis look good. I just figured you spent a shit ton of money on them. He's like both.
Yeah, do you 3D print? I'm also interested in knowing that answer.
I'm gonna move to wherever Eric lives and be his friend. That way I can paint all those fucking minis with him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use him for his mini collection.
Or you could buy a 3D printer and start selling minis.
No, I'm just gonna move to where Eric's at.
You guys painting Deep Rock minis? Yes, babe.
Yes, we are.
We both got our board games from the Kickstarter. I'm painting a Glyphid Exploder. And Gary is painting the Driller.
Driller gonna drill.
Driller gonna drill, Doug. And next week's your last week of streaming until you get internet.
That is correct, but I have good news, which is we're meeting with the lady tomorrow, and it is officially our place tomorrow, so we can call the internet people on Monday and get everything started. So
Cool.
hopefully it will be a faster transition than not.
Yeah, hopefully. I'll keep things alive, buddy.
I know you will. I know you will. You're the man. Ever
Well-
tell you that?
Should I bring in a guest star?
I don't know. Maybe
Bring
keep
somebody
things
in?
interesting.
Yeah. That was one of the big things on Critical Role. They would bring in guests every now and again. And like sometimes they would come back with the same character. It was cool. Yes, I do. I have both an FDM and resin printer. Yeah. Resin printer. You mean SLA printer? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you. But yeah, stereolithography. Yeah. In case you don't know, I was in my past job a professional 3D printer, but I wasn't. Doesn't mean I was good at it. I'm not bad at it. I know my way around a printer, and I fixed like 3 really expensive printers several times, so I know some stuff, but I would consider myself a novice still.
At some point in your life, John, you have to realize that nobody knows anything.
Yeah, nobody
and
knows anything.
Everybody's winging it.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
you're probably not a novice.
I'm
you're
an
probably
intermediate. I'm a journeyman.
There you go. I was gonna say you're probably one step up comparatively.
Yeah, I might be a journeyman at this point. I mean, like I literally took apart like a $5,000 resin printer and fixed it and put it back together and it worked. So, I mean, that's something.
It is something.
And then I had to do a really complicated repair on an FDM printer that had like a cable pulley system. And it was a huge pain in the ass, but I got that one working too. Yeah, when I started working at that job, all 3 printers were broken to varying degrees. And I got them all up and running. So, without any guidance from my employers, I had to call tech support, but it was interesting. What kind of printers do you have? I know the brands typically. Because yeah, if you're printing a lot of those, they're pretty clean. I had boxes and boxes of physical minis, but stopped buying them after I got my printers. Yeah, because now I'm putting it together because you have been sharing like those model things, and I just now realized that those are just STLs that they're selling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I was putting it all together too. That's why I started asking. I was like, you must print, huh? That's what's going on here.
You still mess with Dice Throne? Magic Moose Moo, what up? Long time no see. Yeah, still play Dice Throne. Me and Jenny play. We haven't played in a little bit, but we still play, and we still are current and have all the content up to date, including the absolute gem of Krampus versus Santa. Krampus is probably my favorite Dice Throne character. But yeah, we have the Marvel, we have both the seasons, and then we also have adventures. So yeah, still have Dice Throne. How you doing, Magic Moose Moo? I haven't seen you in a bit. I guess, yeah. We used to do more board game content, but things happen. Things change.
Yeah, we were trying to find our niche, and we found something pretty relaxed for us that fits our schedule.
Ooh, an Ender 3 and an Elegoo Mars 2 mono. Excellent. Ender 3. I have an Ender 3 Pro downstairs. I actually fixed it not that long ago and then just haven't really been printing with it. I might start again now that I'm no longer doing it as a job. I might be more interested. The Elegoo, I've actually been interested in an Elegoo mono myself. How is it? Is it good? What's the maintenance like? You know, how reliable is it? Blah, blah, blah. All those questions, because it's pretty affordable. And I've been curious.
Dice Throne printer you guys were talking about?
Yeah, the Elegoo Mars 2 Mono X. Yeah. It's one of the ones I've been looking. I've been looking at Elegoo, also Creality. It's not the Creality brand one that sells Elegoo, is it?
That's the one I want you to get, so that whenever you print a bunch of minis, you just send them to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so, like, I will definitely one day own a resin printer and send you minis.
Yeah.
It's gonna
that's
happen.
What I want.
It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna buy so many fucking files that you'll never have to buy me. I'll buy the files if you print the minis.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll do that.
The files are super affordable.
The files are cheap, yeah. And, I mean, you know, if we're tag teaming that. Honestly, printing the minis is not that expensive either.
So, then, if I'm not even kidding, if we like it and we're interested in it, then we'll look at getting the files that you can sell, and then I'll just buy the... If you like doing it enough, and I'll just fund the operation, and you can print minis all day.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have a mini shop. We should open a mini shop.
I could take orders on phone calls. That's all I fucking do anyways.
The Elegoo has been super reliable. That's excellent. Magic Moose Moo, what have we been playing? Me and Jenny, as a couple, have been playing... we've been getting... Because, like, after COVID, our board game group fell apart, so, like, we really play a lot of two-player games now, and so My favorite two-player game currently is Splendor Duel. I love Splendor Duel because Splendor was one of my favorite games. Splendor Duel is better. For just 2 players, it's fantastic. And then we're also still really big into, we still to this day play a lot of Seven Wonders Duel. We got the Pantheon expansion. I want to get the other expansion as well. Even though Jenny cheats at that game. And then Hero
If you actually
Realms.
cheat or you just lose.
So there's an asterisk on her last victory because so I wanted to look at the wonders that she had available to build, and she's like, yeah, there's nothing here to look at, kinda, and like, I don't know, I should have pressed it a little more, and like, she's like, you could see them, like, she didn't want to hand them over, and then like, if I had noticed what one of them did, I would have like made her not able to build it, but she wound up winning the game because
sounds
of
like
that.
she's a pumpkin eater.
Cheater pumpkin. Yep. See, Gary agrees with me. By only hearing my side of the story, Gary agrees with
Sounds
me.
like there's a pumpkin eater in our midst.
But yes.
Someone's eating pumpkins.
So Seven Wonders Duel, love it. And then Hero Realms, which is a hand management game, very fun. It's like it's kind of a dumbed down version of Red Rising, which I love. Red Rising is one of the best games that I have for sure. Red Rising is really good. Yeah, Hero Realms, and then also there is something called like Marvel Remix, which is Hero Realms but like Marvel style. And so those we've been playing those a lot. We need to play Dice Throne. It's been a minute. And then also, we're painting. Me and Gary right now are painting miniatures from the Deep Rock Galactic board game, which we both just got a Kickstarter. Also, I have been painting minis. Got one here from the Darkest Dungeon board game. I didn't pay $500 for it because I'm not an idiot. But yeah, and so haven't had a chance to get that to the table. Yeah, you do have to check those out if you are looking for a good 2-player game. I can't if you like Splendor, especially Splendor Duel, fantastic. Like, I really like how they accommodate for the 2-player. There's a whole new gem pickup system that involves like a board. I don't know, it's really fun. I like it a lot. And we played. We went to a beach house recently, and we played that one a lot there. And I had a lot of fun. Bio break. See you, Eric, in a bit.
See you in a bit, Eric. We miss you already.
Yes, Penguin. I am considering. It's a big undertaking to open a merch store and make the merch yourself. Really, I need the space. Right now I don't have a lot of space because I live with my family. But my brother's moving to LA soon, so I might have like an extra room.
That's awesome. Then you guys can finally have a kid.
Yes. Potentially. Hopefully. I don't want to speak for you, Jenny. I know you're there. I know you're listening.
I've been waiting a long fucking time.
You want me and Jenny to have a kid?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you thought
Yes.
kids were gross.
I do. I don't want them.
Oh, but you want us to have them.
I believe that you will make a very good father.
Aw, thanks, bud.
No problem.
I hope so.
I've seen you with kids. I've seen you around kids. I know how you are.
Yeah.
And I think you'll make a good dad. And I can't wait to see how happy that you will be with that life.
Oh, I think I'll be very happy. Yeah, I think I'm really going to enjoy it. Room is claimed by Dad for his second man cave. That's funny. My dad's not home.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to be around the family. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so what my dad does is my dad wakes up. I mean, he doesn't go into work terribly early. He goes in at like 9 or 10 sometimes, but sometimes he goes in earlier. But he stays there until like 1 o'clock in the morning, and he gets home and falls asleep watching the news, and then we'll drag his ass into bed, and then he'll go to sleep, and then he'll do it all over. 6 days a week, and then the 7th day they only work a half day. So my dad does not have a need for a man cave. Yes, Magic Moose Moo. Yes, he's a workaholic. I blame his emotional issues, but that's okay. What did you say I'm supposed to do next? Red highlights?
Yes, I would do red edge highlights if I were you.
Red edge highlights. Alright, I got Dragon Red.
Dragon red's good.
Glistening Blood, that's an effect. I'll go Dragon Red. Dragon Red. I do like Dragon Red.
Yep, that'd be good for this because it's a darker red. The other one's pure red and it's a bit bright.
Gotta put the steel ball in there. I am actually surprised at how easily the tips of the paints come off.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can tell all of this gray line work I've been doing.
It's hard to see.
But
it looks good. It looks clean.
Yeah, it's like the knobs on his armor and stuff.
He has knobs on his armor? Gross.
Yeah.
He might want to get that looked at.
Yeah, he might. When you're right, you're right.
You get it? It's a slang term for wiener.
Alright, anyways.
John ruined it.
Ruined everything.
You're not my dad. Little meatball babies. What the fuck, baby? Fine. Yeah, my babies will probably be little meatball babies.
Yeah, they're gonna be super fucking cute. You guys are gonna have cute ass kids.
I also think our kids will be cute. I was a cute baby, dog. And so was Jenny. I've seen pictures of her younger. She was a cute kid.
I mean, you're not both. You're both cute still. You're the cute.
Yeah, we're both still cute. Yeah. Oh yeah, I am the cute one. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Haha. Had to poke a hole in my paint.
Yes. Yeah, that's a thing.
I have this little army of minis that I just keep on my desk, like, because I don't take them downstairs after I paint them, and it's just like there's a lot of them over there now.
Just getting stupid.
Yeah, I like looking at them. It's like, man, I painted a lot.
I was thinking about taking some to work and decorating my office with some of my favorites.
Oh, do you have an office?
Yeah, I've got an office.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a pretty big office.
Is it like your own office, or do you share it?
Yeah, no, I have my own office, and it's pretty big.
Damn, that's good for you, man.
Thanks.
I like having. Do you have your own bathroom?
No, I don't.
Oh man, that was my favorite part about having my own office. I had my own bathroom because all the offices were converted hospital rooms. Every hospital room has a bathroom, and so, man, getting to poop in your own bathroom at work.
So that's the
special.
cool thing, right? We work at a radio station, so it's not like there's a lot of us. There's literally like 2 males who work in the building, so
that's not too bad.
like, yeah, like, you know, the bathroom has 2 stalls, so one's for me and one's for him. You know, don't poop in my stall.
Have you had that conversation?
No, but I should. That'd be really funny. I'm gonna ask my boss which stall's his, so I don't poop on his poop.
That's pretty funny. Magic Moose, what did you say? Jeez. Oh, the work. Right. How much my dad was.
At one point, there were 20 people in that sales department, and now it is a 2-person sales department.
I'm gonna use my new brush that my mom accidentally bought me. It's a 2-person sales department. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it used to be 20.
Oh damn. Is the building big enough to accommodate that many people?
Yeah, it's a big fucking building.
Oh. The picture you showed, it looked small.
Yeah, so that's definitely a New Mexico thing. You know, buildings they from like the front, it just looks like a small adobe building, but this when you go inside, it's a labyrinth because it's just been built over years and over years and over years, and the building makes no fucking sense on the inside.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, I would say there are probably at least nine rooms in that building,
Yeah.
like the size of a 9 bedroom house, maybe.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, this is fucking big, big place.
That's cool, man. It's real cool. Yeah, yeah, anyway, yeah, I was looking forward to, I don't know, I might be able to take one of these rooms and, like, move my studio in there. You know?
Oh yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah. Have some 3D printers in there. Maybe put them, like, maybe get, like, one of those sound walls and, like, put it between where I'm, like, streaming and, like, my 3D printers so that you can't hear them.
And then maybe I'll move in there too.
Bro, you can move it. I already asked if I could
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But maybe someday.
Maybe someday. I asked my mom. I was like, "Hey, if Garrett needs a place, can he come here to crash?" She was like, "Yeah." My mom likes you. I don't know.
If you ever didn't live in Texas, I would consider it so much more.
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck around, end up moving to like Pennsylvania or some shit. I'm just gonna be there, living in your backyard.
Fucking Pennsylvania. Damn.
I don't know, dude. I just took a guess.
I mean, I was born there, but
Oh, that's right. You returned there on accident.
what?
Returned there on accident to whence you were born.
Yeah. I was born there, but bro, I can't imagine living there. Those
Yeah,
people
I mean-
are crazy.
I've never been to Pennsylvania, but it's a pretty varied place, though, isn't it?
It's pretty white. It's pretty white and pretty blue. Well, Pittsburgh. I was born in Pittsburgh, and it's pretty white and pretty blue collar. Philadelphia has, it's hit or miss. I don't know, man. Philly was an interesting place. I remember me and Jenny were like going through an alley or something, and these guys came out of a door to a bar, and they were like, "Hey, look at that fucking bike!" Yeah, fuck that bike, and they just started wrecking a bike.
Oh shit!
And I was like, "Holy shit!" And like one of them like looked at me like, "What?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. That's fucking weird." They're just broing out. I don't know. It was an interesting. I know that that's not all of Philly. I actually kind of like Philly. Good food, but and they have PAX Unplugged, so that's why we were there.
I forgot that Philly is the city of brotherly love, but they do shit like that.
Yeah.
The Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, the football team, they're known for being some of the worst, most violent fans in the league, and just attacking people on the way in and out of the stadium just for wearing the other team's jersey.
Yes. So it's just kind of one of those places.
So you got that vibe, huh? Just from the bike. Just like people beat the shit out of anything for no reason.
Yeah,
at
dude,
any
it was
time.
weird. Yeah, Jackson, Eric, have a good night, and yeah, we'll definitely talk about 3D printers more.
Thanks, Eric. I miss you already.
Yeah, we miss you already, bud.
Don't be afraid to come back if you get bored, bro.
Yeah, if you can't sleep, come back. Or we can lull you to sleep with the sounds of our sweet, sweet voices.
I can lull you to sleep with the sound of my anus. I will put my ass on the mic.
Oh.
Huh?
It's so airy. Such an airy fart noise.
Oh man.
It'd be funny. You put like windy planes on one of those like sleep sound apps, and it's just like just like it just farts. Shiver. Why'd you say shiver? The game? I have it. Yeah, right here. Yeah, that one.
Did he say it in all caps with an exclamation point?
No, he just said the word shiver.
I gotta get some bright green, some bright green.
maybe the fart made him cringe. I don't know.
Maybe, I think that's exactly what happened.
Shiver me timbers. Dar be a fart in those pants. The fuck? Yeah, I like the idea of Keon hanging out with Mr. Kapow and Jordan.
I do not think that he would get along with Mr. Kapow.
Maybe not with Mr. Kapow. I think he would get along with Jordan, potentially.
I agree. I agree with that.
He might get along with Mr. Kapow, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't really know, like,
how either of them are as a friend because you're related to one and haven't met the other in person.
yes. Yeah, I don't know what kind of friends Keon likes to have. I don't know what kind of people he likes to hang with, so.
I would not put those two together.
Yeah.
But
Perhaps
not for
not.
any reason other than I think that they would probably annoy one another.
Possibly. I don't know. They might really like each other.
I believe that is possible.
Could go either way.
I think I would like Corbinian in real life.
I think I would love Corbinian in real life. I would play board games so hard with Corbinian.
He makes me laugh because he's a fucking smartass, and I like that.
He's a funny dude, yeah.
He's not afraid to just be a fucking total ass.
No. Yeah, he fits right in.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Yeah, this turned out pretty good.
It was looking really good.
Yeah, the red's working. The red definitely gives it that, like, explodey feel.
Mm-hmm. Gives it that pop,
Yeah.
pun intended.
Pop, pop!
Gives it that pop, pop.
I wonder if that movie's going to be any good.
I hope so.
I do too. Dan Harmon needs a win.
See if, what's his name can give it to him.
Childish Gambino?
Yep.
I mean, yeah. It's kind of funny to see a show and then, like, one person shoots off into superstardom and, like, none of the other ones really do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like any of them are doing bad. Like, they're all doing stuff actively.
I really thought Daniel Pudi would have more of a career.
I did too, but hey, he was in...
He's been in stuff.
he was
made
in
money.
Civil War. No. Yes, he was in Civil War. Which is pretty
Daniel
cool.
Pudi's been in stuff. He's made money. He's been in shows.
Yeah.
He's been working steady, but yeah, I thought he would be more.
I did too. Remember, did you see the episode where he became obsessed with, like, why people keep hiring Nicolas Cage? And, like,
Yes.
and he starts doing a Nicolas Cage impression, and it's
Mm-hmm.
so good.
Yeah, he is part of the reason. Well, not part of the reason, but I feel the same way about Nicolas Cage as he does. It's just like, man, why do people... Like, why?
I like it when you make Corbinian give the what the fuck face after you say something. Are you talking to me? Do I do that? Probably. I do. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I say things. I don't know.
I say things. I'm just a sayer.
My brain produces the wrong answer a lot. Both of us. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's fair. pretty funny. I thought Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage was Ariel's father in the live action. You thought he was Poseidon? That would be so good. Oh,
That
man.
would be good.
Be so good. I wish I could do a Nicolas. I don't think I could do a Nicolas Cage impression very well. It's a very specific one.
I didn't realize that there were 2 Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movies.
Yeah.
I just totally forgot that happened. I
First
remember there
one's
was one.
first one's really bad. The second one's not great, but when he is actually Ghost Rider, I thought they did the Ghost Rider really well, because they make him appear and act more demonically, and I feel like that's really sick.
I saw they were both on HBO the other day, and I was like, well, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm gonna have to watch both these old Ghost Rider movies now.
Yeah, I want to watch. I really want there to be a. Damn it! I always want to call him Jaime Reyes, but that's Blue Beetle. I know his name too. Robbie
Reyes.
Robbie Reyes. Yeah, Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. I want to see that one. Let's see.
I actually don't like Robbie Reyes.
I like Robbie Reyes. In the poster from afar, it looks like him, in my opinion. Imagine him with a Disney con. Yeah, I mean, well, it wouldn't be the first time that he's worked for Disney. I bet you can't name the movie. Chat, what movie? Don't cheat. We're on the honor system. What Disney movie was Nicolas Cage in? Live action.
Man, live action, huh?
He was in a live action movie.
I was gonna guess that he was in one of the Toy Stories until you said live action.
Dun 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 dun. No, not Ratatouille. He might have been a voice in Ratatouille, but no, a live action movie. Oh, National Treasure. Yeah. That's another one. That's not the one I'm thinking of. But
Yeah,
yes,
there you go, though.
he was in
Yeah.
National Treasure. Good job, Jenny.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's a good answer. I forgot about that one. No, he's in another one. And it's not National Treasure 2. I forgot that those were Disney.
Is it Night at the Museum, and are those Disney?
No and no. No and no. It's such a... I don't think anyone actually saw this movie.
I'm good. I'm good on my guesses.
He was in The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Would not have guessed. Wouldn't have guessed it.
Yeah, he was in The Sorcerer's Apprentice with the guy from... what's that movie? He's that really nerdy guy that's best friends with Seth Rogen in This Is the End. And I think he did a movie recently.
A Barrow Show.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't he direct a movie recently or something that was really good?
Probably. He's the voice in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. It was him. He was the Sorcerer's Apprentice, and Nicolas Cage was the sorcerer. He was like Merlin or something.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, Jenny got National Treasure, though. I didn't know that was a Disney movie. Yeah, Sorcerer's Apprentice is a Disney movie. If it's not, whoops. This isn't an officially sanctioned trivia night.
Yeah, nobody wins anything, so don't worry about it.
Oh, there's a 2001 film, too. Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh, no. Is it a Disney film? It is Disney. Okay, cool. Vindication. Yeah, it is a Disney movie. Because, like, The Sorcerer's Apprentice is
The Disney cartoon.
from Fantasia. When Mickey is making the brooms dance and stuff like that. I think that's...
No.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure
live action version of that.
I'm pretty sure he makes brooms clean at one point.
Forever burned into the minds of a generation or three.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh well.
What?
I spilled over some yellow on the lines, and I did the green pants, did a big stripe of yellow on them. But
It's all good, man.
Just gotta go back and paint over it.
Yes, sir. I hate that actor also. He is part of the whiny actor genre I don't like.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, kind of. He is kind of whiny. Penguin? Penguin's in there.
Penguin, you are fucking right, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree. I don't have an issue with the guy at all. I actually like him, but he is kind of a bitch.
All the time, every fucking movie.
Yeah, nothing goes right for him. He's like always so like he's the downtrodden underdog.
He's the kind of guy who's like, my life sucks, my life sucks, my life sucks.
And then everything works out.
Shut the fuck up, your life sucks because you fucking suck. You just want to scream in his fucking face.
Yeah, he does.
If you
does
fucking suck, your life wouldn't fucking suck. Yeah, he's one of those characters.
He is kind of whitey, yeah.
And he's like ass rich in real life, right, at this point, because he's been in so many Hollywood movies, but his Twitter is super fucking whiny like that, too.
You follow him on Twitter? Or you watch his Twitter?
I used to follow him on Twitter because he's a Canadian comedian, and I think Canadian comedians are pretty fucking funny for the most part, but I had to stop following him.
They do tend to be. Conan talks about a lot of Canadian comedians on his podcast.
They're very funny. They're much funnier than American comedians.
Typically.
Seth
Rogen mentioned that it might be because in Canada it's not a looked down upon profession. But in America it is, for sure.
Yeah, being a comedian is barely a job here.
Disney pulling another 1,000 contracts if you're wrong. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Oh man, Disney giving them the business right now. It's so funny. So good.
You see that Disney is getting rid of one of their brand new hotels?
The Star Wars one.
Yeah, the Star Wars one.
Yeah. Well, it was an overpriced piece of nonsense. You know how much it cost, Gary?
No.
$4,000 to stay there.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
It's not for normal people.
Nope. Like, I want to stay there. I wanted to stay there because, like, it's like you're on a spaceship, but I'm not paying $4,000.
Yeah, if I had it, I wouldn't pay it.
If I wait 10 years, $4,000 will get me a ticket on an actual spaceship. You know what I mean?
No, you won't. If you wait 10 years, $10,000 will get you a fucking candy bar.
Burn. I don't know if it's a Disney movie, but you need to watch Animal Olympics from 1980. I don't know why, but it scares me a little. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I have seen it. And maybe that's why I'm into furry stuff sometimes. Is that the one where they're doing the race, and it's like a jackalope man, and then like some sort of cheetah woman, and they're like running, and like during their competition they like fall in love because of like the nature of competition, and it becomes like a weird. Yeah, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen it. If it's a cartoon, I've seen it, dog. I've seen Felix the Cat, Heavy Metal, all those old cartoons, man. I don't think my parents knew that cartoons could be vulgar until, like, Family Guy.
Have you seen Little Nemo Adventures in Wonderland?
No.
I used to watch that one all the time.
I haven't seen that one.
You should look at that. That's
Wait.
it's one of those weird nightmarish ones.
Is that the one where he rides the bed? The flying bed?
He rides his bed, it gets chased by a train, the train destroys the bed, and then he wakes up and he's got like this crazy fucking clown smoking a cigar that just keeps getting him in trouble.
Silly me. It's a cartoon. Of course I've seen it.
Of course, yeah. Of course.
I doubted myself for a second and was wrong. Yeah, I've seen. I've seen all the cartoons, Doug. Fire and Ice. Is that also a cartoon? Fire and Ice.
The cartoon? I've seen it.
If it's cartoon, I've seen it. Yeah. You ever seen Tomato Vampires? Or Ketchup Vampires? I think I don't remember which one it was.
You talking about VeggieTales?
No. There's a movie.
Sounds funny.
There's a movie about cartoon vampires that like are vegetarians and they drink ketchup, and I fucking loved it when I was a kid. Man, my vampire love started real young too. Because I had Ketchup Vampires, then I had like Little Vampire. I think it was. It was a book, and then a somewhat not good movie. Eventually, but yeah, it was a book. I don't know.
One of my favorite movies back then as a kid was We Are Back, that dinosaur movie.
Oh, I fucking love that thing, dude. I remember, like, everything that was going on when I watched that movie. Look at that. That good, Gary?
Oh, that looks good, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's turning out pretty good. Yeah, I watched that in our old house, in our old blue house in, like, the den area. And my mom had bought me one of those Pizza Hut kids meal, like personal pizza things. And I think it came with We're Back stuff. And then like I was watching the movie at the same time. And it was like one of my fondest childhood memories. It was such a good memory. It's such a strong memory.
The kid heaven.
Yes, like the heavy metal type of animation. Also Wizards was another 1980s cartoon movie. Let's see. So, Fire and Ice. I'm going to have to look this one up. Ooh, Fire and Ice animated movie with, like, barbarians smushing. This does look kind of... Oh, yeah! See, once I scroll down and I see the guy with the panther shawl that's covering the top of his head. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this. I think I saw this. I'm not 100% sure. It looks very familiar, though. But, like, it also looks very inappropriate, so maybe I didn't see it. But my parents weren't always aware of what I was getting at Blockbuster.
We used to trade off who got to pick something for the family to watch at Blockbuster until my dad decided that he didn't want to watch anything with the family anymore, so we didn't get to pick anymore.
Oh, Wizards, this is like an acid trip movie. Yeah, this also looks familiar. I don't know if I've seen it or if I've just seen a lot of the artwork from it, but it does look... It looks a lot like something I would have watched when I was a kid. Yeah. Oh, I recognize the blonde. Ah, jeez. I don't know, man. Trying to remember that far back, because if this came out in 1980, I wasn't born for another 8 years. Oh no, never mind. It came out in 1977. I wasn't born for 11 years. So yeah, I mean, I might have seen it. It's just a really long time ago. I remember watching Heavy Metal recently. At like some brewery was showing it in Houston. I think it was Brash Brewery. They were showing Heavy Metal, and while I was watching, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I was having all these memories of watching it, and I was like, "I can't believe I watched this when I was a kid." I think what happened with that one was I was watching it at Kayvon's house.
Yes, the old watch it at my friend's house.
Yeah. Because, like, there's a scene where aliens are, like, doing copious amounts of cocaine with, like, a woman that they're both banging. And it's like, what the fuck?
I was the friend whose house that you watched movies at that you weren't supposed to see.
I wasn't.
I was that friend.
I wasn't until I was.
My dad took over the game room upstairs and turned it into his media room. So the like when they would go to sleep, it would be upstairs where our stuff was, so we would have access to all of his movies and stuff. So we would watch like From Dusk Till Dawn and shit like that when he would go to bed.
Classic.
Yeah.
I was talking about that movie today.
That's hell yeah, man. That's a good one.
We were talking about all the Tarantino movies at work.
That is my favorite movie by that weird foot guy.
My favorite Tarantino film is either going to be a Kill Bill, probably the first one, or Django. No, scratch both of those. I think my favorite's Inglourious Bastards.
I would have to rewatch Inglourious Bastards. It's actually been a while, but I think you're right. I think that's a pretty good one.
I could watch Jewish people scalp Nazis all fucking day, dude.
Yeah. No,
if that was a channel on TV, that would be the only channel I watched. Do one thing and one thing only: killing Nazis. When you enter my platoon, you take on a debt. Each and every one of you owes me 100 Nazi scalps, and I want my scalps. It's fucking great, dude. Love that shit. The Mountain Man. That's what his name is. Okay, I gotta hit the crevices with brown. Monster Brown.
It's funny, good timing. I'm actually doing the same thing right now on, so I'm like sort of edge highlighting. Yes, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm sort of edge highlighting with leather brown. I'm just going right underneath the edges on the bottom side and just doing little like brown strokes down like shadow.
Yeah. I watched a lot of cartoon movies when it came out in theaters in the 80s. Age restriction rating system was more of a suggestion, yeah. Well, I mean, like, it really didn't become a big thing until Gremlins, right?
Was it Gremlins and Indiana Jones?
Maybe.
Because Indiana Jones Temple of Doom was one of the last PG movies.
It sounds like Gary hit the crevices with brown earlier, LOL. Huh? It's a poop joke. It's a shitty joke, Penguin.
Yeah. Hey, Penguin, the other day WWE was in Fort Worth. Did you go to that show? Because it was on Raw, and I saw like 1,000 people there, and I thought that's all that there was in Fort Worth was like 1,000 people.
Fort Worth?
No, not Fort Worth. What's the other one? Amarillo?
Texas?
What's that shitty one? It's even shittier. What's the one that's even shittier than Amarillo? Maybe it is Amarillo.
Texas?
Yeah,
Is that where Texas?
Yeah, that's true. That's where Penguin's at. Penguin's over in shitty Amarillo, I think.
No, they did not.
Oh. You must have been the only person that wasn't there.
No, you're right. that's what he said. He's right by Amarillo? No.
Yeah, I thought it was Fort Worth, but then I was like, oh no, Fort Worth is just Dallas. I forgot that Fort Worth's not a place.
I mean, I think it's a district.
It's just like West Dallas at this point.
Yeah, it's like Pearland or something.
It used to really be its own city, but it really grew into not so much its own city.
Maybe I'll use one of these other new versions.
It's funny because, like in the Wild West, Fort Worth would have been like a 3-day ride away. But because we have 60-mile-an-hour cars now, it's just like right over there.
Yeah.
So they have different history, but now it's the same place.
I mean, it's still a 5-hour drive, and to non-Texans, that's far.
Yeah, that's true.
I heard somebody telling a story, like a comedian was talking about someone they knew who was like, oh yeah, I almost never see my family except for like maybe like 2 or 3 times a year. They live really far away, and it was like they lived half an hour away. But like to them, that was like this insurmountable distance. I'm like, I drive an hour to work, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's totally crazy. It's not like that for me at all anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, your whole town's like an hour away from itself.
Not even.
It's not even an hour across?
No, God, no. Not even close.
That's crazy.
It's not even close to an hour across.
You just drive across the whole city in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Yeah, maybe, yeah, 14 minutes probably.
It's kind of nuts.
Because I live right in the middle of town, and it's 8 minutes to work, and I work on the edge of town, like out of town, basically.
So it's 60 minutes across?
Correct, yeah.
How far, don't you have, what city do you have to go to like get stuff sometimes?
I used to have to go to Cuesta, and that was about 20 minutes away on the other side of a national forest, so it felt like a lot further because your phone would go out of connection and stuff. But
Did you have to go through the forest?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, you go up and down the mountains and through the forest anytime you're trying to go anywhere.
Over the river and through the woods?
Literally anytime you're trying to go anywhere, yes, there are mountain rivers all over the place. You have to go through woods and over bridges.
It'd be funny no matter how hard.
Land.
It'd be funny no matter how hard you try to go somewhere, you always end up at grandma's house.
That's, not to harken back to Fort Worth, but that's how Dallas is. No matter where you go, you wind up at the fucking airport.
So you said crevices. What do you mean by crevices with the brown?
So,
Like
imagine,
joints?
Yes. I was going to say imagine, like, a flexing arm, right? And you're going to do, like, in the elbow cracks and, like, in the recessed part of the flexed arm and in between the fingers and the wrist and stuff like that. So, yeah, in between the joints, like, under the claws and stuff like that.
Okay. So around the joints, and then like the tips of the claws, or?
So think of it as like the opposite of edge highlighting. Instead of painting the top of something, you're going to paint the bottom, like the valley in between, and you're just giving it a little bit of brown. Because you're going to do a wash, and the wash is going to make it look more shaded. But right now you're just doing a little bit of brown for color because it's sort of like an orange red, like a dark orange or red.
Okay. That's fine. Don't tell me. No, I'm just kidding. I kind of understand. It's a little weird. It's hard for me to grasp. I have trouble with these kinds of directions.
It was one of the things I learned to do, like, with the orcs, which is like, the green skin is good and all, but when you put purple in between the muscles, it makes the green pop a lot more.
Gotcha.
So right now you're just putting brown in between the muscles to make the orange and yellow pop a little bit more.
Well, it's weird because it's like a spindly spider. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm having trouble with where to do it.
Yeah, so like, here's mine, right? Here's my spiky guy. So if I was doing it, I would do it like, see, in between these like cracks, the segments of the armor.
Yeah.
I would do it just like in between the crack, right on like the crack line, just underneath the edge highlighting.
Oh, so like rim the edge highlighting?
Correct. Yes. You're highlighting next to the edge highlighting now, but you're doing it with the dark color. You did your red, now you do a little brown, and then now it's going to look dope as hell, and you're going to be like, damn, look at me, I'm the guy. And I'll be like, I tried to tell you.
Yeah. Might thin my paint a little too much. I work in a lot of basement at the sewer reclamation plant. I lose phone connection all the time, so I can download Fresh Out the podcast.
Nice.
Fresh Out the box, so I can listen while. Oh, nice. That's cool. We're your podcast. I like that. You like our podcast? I didn't know you listened to it. Me and Gary don't hear a lot of feedback. Drew hears a lot of feedback about it, but we don't really hear so much.
Yeah, I think Drew's college friends must listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that must be what it is. You guys need to get a color wheel so I can tell you complementary and other colors. Ooh. Color wheel. I just look one up. Yeah, no. Could look one up, dog. Oh yeah, this brown is kind of working.
Oh, and I was trying to say, you don't have to do it like as perfect as an edge highlight. This is just shadow, so you don't need perfect lines. You can be a little sloppy. You can skip a little sections. It's okay because, like I said, your wash is going to cover this up mostly, anyways. You're just getting a little color in.
It's okay to have happy little accidents.
It is. Because this is you're painting shadow right now, you know, and shadow's not perfect. It doesn't have to be a perfect line. And this will also make it look like any of those red spots where you had red that went over. Your brown should be covering up the red that went over, or the yellow went over, or anything like that.
Oh, cover up my mistakes with it?
Yes.
That's actually, I've been doing that, actually. I was like, this is a good opportunity to fix this bullshit.
Yep, because this is your shadow, so your shadow is how you cover your easy mistakes.
It's cool. I'm very focused right now. We're gonna take 1 minute as I go. I'm gonna get another soda, and I'll be right back.
Cool, I'll be here. I'll hold down the fort.
Fuck yeah. I like your podcast a lot, especially when you both go off on a tangent and Drew has to reel you back in. Yeah, see, like, I feel like he gets so, it's like, why can't we go on tangents? Like, I listen to other podcasts, they do it all the time.
Yeah, he gets really mad. It's really funny.
It is really funny. Maybe
I have to imagine that we just annoy the shit out of him in real life.
Maybe. That's possible.
The way that we're just always going off on tangents, we
I
must just
don't
bother
think-
the shit out of him.
I don't think necessarily, like, one-on-one, but when we're both there. Because, like, one-on-one, me and Drew could actually have, like, long conversations and shit, but, like, when it's both of us there, I feel like we're a lot.
I told you my dad said he hated our podcast because we just wouldn't shut the fuck up when we're talking about all sorts of stuff. He was like,
It's
well,
a
yeah,
podcast. We're supposed to talk, you
I was
dipshit.
like, that's how we are. And he was like, just get to the fucking point and talk about your shows. And I was like, have you met me? Like, I don't ever get to the fucking point.
It's not a concise news podcast. It is a talk show.
Thomas said that my dad's not our demographic. I was like, yeah,
Oh, no.
You're right.
Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not the demo. It's funny that he listened. I'm surprised.
Yeah, he gave it a few minutes and then hated it. All right, bro, do your thing.
All right.
Go get your poop.
What? I'm just gonna get soda.
I thought you said you're gonna get a drink.
Yeah, soda.
I thought you drink poop because you're a gross monster.
Word.
Ooh. All right, this driller is coming along. He is looking like a driller gonna drill. It looks like I could just totally paint this brown and nobody would care. They look okay? Sure. I really need to do his teeth. I need to make his teeth pop because right now without his teeth looking like teeth, it's just kind of this big fleshy blob, and I don't like that. Where's my teeth color? I could use flayed one flesh for the teeth. It's kind of skeleton-y. I could use mummy robes for the teeth. Let's do that. I have skeleton, but white, but it's in the other room because I use it for everything. If I bring it, I just use skeleton bone for like every color. It's the best color in the entire world. I don't know if you ever watched the podcast, Penguin. I know you listen to it, but watching the podcast is funny too because you could just see Drew lean back and lose interest and just be like, these fucking guys, they're just gonna talk about whatever. Mix up this mummy robe and let's get it dried off because this brush is wet. Oh boy. Light gray in the creases of the teeth. Yes, the thing is, I just did light gray edge highlighting all over this whole guy. Light gray edge highlighting, light gray dry brushing on his drills. So I'm gonna come off the light gray for a second, get up in these teeth with this little mummy robe. And I was thinking about, after this dries, maybe mixing a little bit of yellow into the mummy robe so his teeth have a kind of a yellowed effect. But again, I've already used so much yellow, so much gray, that this pop of white, oh, I need pink, and then I can do pink on his lips and he'll look like a gross little freak. Good.
What up, dog? Light
Welcome
gray
back.
in the creases of teeth makes them pop.
Yes.
Man, my cat got in here. She's gonna fuck with me now.
Hello, little cat.
Can you hear her?
No,
She's being meow meowy.
that's funny. I like that cat. Never met her, but I like her.
She's like the sweetest cat. The other one, Count's cat's become increasingly affectionate as well.
Oh, nice.
Hi, sweet girl.
Thought you were going to say the opposite for a second, just the way you were leading it up.
Now she's become more affectionate towards me. I think it's because I found a spot on her butt she like scratched.
Ah, yes. That's why you and I became friends in the first place.
Yeah. And she's like, scratching for me, daddy. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I see you.
Yeah, I heard that.
She puts her paws on me, and then, like she stands on her hind legs, and then she like bats my arm with her other paw, like gently. It's like, hey, and she's just like meow.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And then when I acknowledge her, she gets down so that I can pet her. Yes, it is a fat cat. Jenny says fat cat. She's a fatty.
Really? She got fat already, huh?
Yeah, she got kind of fat, yeah. I mean, she started losing weight. I guess she was eating more of the other cat's food. And so we, like, fixed it. She's kind of lost a little weight.
Good. Kyle used to have a really fat cat, and Riley had to wipe its butt because it got so fat it couldn't clean itself.
Oh, that's funny.
She had to, like, get in there and get those cheeks.
Was Kyle in charge of feeding her?
No, I see. I think what happened is they must have been feeding it people food,
Yeah.
and I think they just let a junior high girl be in charge of a cat without any oversight.
I could see Riley overfeeding a cat as a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty funny. Yes, I watch it on VOD. That's when you can see the look on Drew's face.
You were going to ask him if he watches it or just listens to it so that he can actually see how disappointed Drew looks.
He just recently listened to our Dungeons and Dragons movie review.
Oh, nice.
That was a good one. That was a good episode. Was that a Sean episode?
I think so, actually. Yeah, I think Sean was with us.
I think
the
so.
mayor of Nerdtropolis himself.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean's cool. He really likes us, and that's cool. I like. He's nice to us.
Yeah, I like people who like me. It's one of my deciding qualities.
Yeah, I like people that are nice to me, man.
Yeah, I don't like people who don't like me as much. People who do like me, I like them more.
And also, he's a fellow Iranian, so he gets brownie points.
So I think I don't know if this is weird for you. It's kind of weird for me to think about, but because of you, I just like Iranians. So like,
Yeah.
if I meet an Iranian, they already have brownie points. Like, hey, my best friend's Iranian, so I like you. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
you come in with this with an expectation.
My
to
best
be
friend's Iranian, so you start default. I like you.
wrecked.
It's yours to lose, kind of
It's
thing.
yours to lose. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Some
that's
people
fair.
don't get the respect, but you've earned the respect for your people.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Everybody gets a chance because of you.
Man, this brownie is working pretty good. It's happening, dog. It's happening. I'm looking forward to hitting it with the wash and seeing how that pops it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that. I like these new brushes, man. They have, see, I like these paint brushes that have the weird handles so that they can't roll. You know what I mean?
No, I'm gonna have to see what you're talking about. Let me click over.
It has like a,
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
it's like a triangle, like a pyramid
I
on
see.
it.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mine is round, but I haven't really noticed a difference, to be honest with you. I guess that's just me. Just a me.
It's just
thing.
nice that you can just put them down and not worry about them rolling. Oh, you should get Drew to guest star in a game. Oh, we've talked about it.
We tried, man. He
Talked
doesn't
about-
want to do it. For
I think
some
he
reason.
does want to do it. I just think maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
I don't think he wants to do it. Or else
I
he
haven't
would've
tried
done it
very
by now.
hard at all.
I have floated the idea, and he's never seemed remotely interested.
No, maybe he's not. Maybe he's not.
But he's played, he's played tabletop role-playing games. I've played D&D with him.
Yeah.
He had a very, very funny character.
Yeah.
He was a cleric that was like really, really like a fat, sweaty Professor Snape mixed with like a fish frog, but he was a human.
Yeah.
He was just really sweaty and greasy and gross and had big bug eyes. And his name was Frixis Olf. And he always talked like this all the time. And he was just pissed off about everything and grumpy and just hated the world. He was super funny because Drew's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
That was a really refreshing, funny character.
That sounds fun. Haha, see a triangle. We have now come full triangle. Is that a reference to... We were talking about how triangles are evil yesterday, right? Remember?
We were?
Yeah, during the game.
Oh, shit.
Because someone asked how come something's never a triangle of friendship or some shit.
Oh, yes.
And I was
yes,
like,
yes.
because triangles let the devil in. And then, like, it started this whole conversation about pyramids and triangles.
There's just lots of the sides, we're the masters of the sides.
Yeah. We're like a southern chef.
Because all the sides.
Because we're good at sides.
Was somebody laughing at that? Or am I supposed to fucking sell that joke for you?
Oh, I don't care if you sell it.
Okay, good.
I just like making them.
Good.
I don't
You
care if anyone buys them.
You don't care what I do with it?
No. I do it for the joy of making the joke.
I don't know if you expected me to try to sell that, because I wasn't.
No. In order to appreciate comedy, you have to have a sense of humor, so...
Yeah, that's right, I'm not funny.
Hey, you know what, man? Me neither.
That's right, and that's why you and I get along so well, because we're two not funny guys who met each other, and we're not funny together.
Yep. What? Man, this brown's doing weird stuff, and I like it.
This brown's doing weird stuff, and I like it.
Need to look at the reference picture again.
I do think, and I hope in that reference picture you see what the brown is, where it is, what it's supposed to be representing. Because in my picture, there's a bunch of brown on this yellow, and that's sort of what it represents for me.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't really like a lot of the reference pictures, but they're not coming up with good ones for me. That one's okay. I need to do the teeth and the gums and stuff.
Ah, I just did the teeth. That's why we were talking about the gray in between the teeth.
Yeah. You say gray in between teeth?
That is what Avenging Penguin was saying. It makes the teeth pop a little bit more.
Makes sense. I guess it gives it like shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do the gray on your teeth before or after like the white?
So I just did mine white, really thin white. And I'm going to come back later and do the lips a little bit more pink, and I'm going to make the teeth pop that way.
I'm gonna pet this cat. Hi, baby. Like a baby. Like a baby. She rolled over on her back because she likes belly rubs. And then I started rubbing her belly, and she grabbed my hand with her paws and then started licking it. It was cute.
Hell yeah. Fucking love animals, man.
Me too, dude.
I still think that's the point of people on Earth. We're just here to be wardens of animals.
Possibly.
Here to take care of them.
I'm okay with
That's
that.
it. It's that easy.
Man, you two, you gotta show us the cat. Fuck. Alright. Come here, baby.
Didn't talk about a cat all day without showing it off.
Here she is. This is Fiona.
Oh my goodness.
This is Fiona. She's a good baby. She's a good baby. You good baby? Hi, your baby. Meow. Meow. She is beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, she's a beautiful girl. She's a rescue. Yeah. And like you could do this to her, and like she won't like claw or anything. You fuck with her.
It's because you declawed her because you're a monster.
That'd be so fucked up. Yeah, it's so cruel.
Yeah, it is.
Dude. I heard some people like be like, "Are they declawed?" And I was like, "No." And then like, "Oh, how do we get that done?" And it's like, you can't. It's not something that you can do. For people who are watching who don't know, declawing a cat, they actually remove, like, it would be like getting up to your first knuckle removed. So, like, they're losing a whole knuckle, and, like, it causes them pain for the rest of their lives. Like, it's a barbaric practice. Like, don't do that. That's so mean to do with cats, yeah. Might as well cut off people. Yeah, exactly. People will figure, yeah. Also, debarking dogs is really fucking mean.
Yep.
I knew somebody that did that shit to a dog. I was like, that's fucked up. Because it was a barky dog, and they were like, oh, she just barks too much. It's like, trainer! You're just gonna get her voice box cut out? That's fucked up.
Yeah, that person should not be approved to have children.
They do.
Of
But
course they do.
I don't think that they were the ones that made the D-Bark thing. I think it was like evil ex-wife kind of thing. But you don't often hear like, oh yeah, she died of cancer, and then like everyone's happy about it.
What did his ex-wife die of cancer and everybody cheered?
Yeah.
I love that. That's good for him.
Yeah, she was a monster. I'm
I know a
not
little bit about that.
gonna say who it was, but I remember I was introducing myself to, because I was friends with the family, and I was introducing myself to her. I was like, "Hey, I'm Jahan. Nice to meet you." And she looked at my hand and then my face with disgust and didn't introduce herself to me or say anything. I was like,
Oh, fuck
I was like, "Oh wow, fuck you."
like, boy, I made a friend for life here.
I mean, she might have just been racist. I don't know. I never think I look terribly Middle Eastern, but like racists are really good at telling.
Yeah, that's true. They know that you're not the same thing as them, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. I like some of it. I don't like some of it. That's
Hold
because I
on.
don't know the lines.
Let's hear more about debarking children. It's funny. Just get them vaccinated. They'll be nonverbal. It's an autism joke.
Yeah, it is. It's a good one too.
It's a good one. Yeah, that's a pretty good autism joke. Man, dude, that cat, she's like the sweetest thing. Like when we went to the Penguin laughed. Double. Fuck you, that's funny. Yeah, when we were, because so our family dog died like almost a year ago. It was really sad, and my mom, like, I had a lot of trouble with it, but my mom like couldn't get another dog. And since my brother had gotten a cat, my mom's like, I like cats now. And so she wanted a cat, and we went to the place, and we're like, hey, what's like your sweetest cat? And like they picked this one. And like we took her to the room, and she was just real sweet. And like I was like, Mom, it feels right. And she's like, yeah. And like we got her, and it was she's a sweet girl. She's a sweet baby. She really likes Jenny.
We kept an eye a long time trying to get two new dog or a new dog, and it wound up we got two. And when we got there that morning, they had just gotten a brand new dog in, and it was Cookie. And she actually wasn't on the website. We hadn't seen her. We didn't know anything till we got there.
Oh, nice.
And she ended up being the, unexpected child.
Oh, you went there for bananas and jelly bean?
We actually had Jelly Bean already.
Oh, okay.
And we thought that she needed a dog to teach her how to be a dog. And so we were like, oh, this dog will play with her and be nice. And we saw Cookie, and we were like, oh, but this one's so sweet.
Yeah, Cookie is like Cookie's like the sweetest dog.
I take her to work sometimes now, and she just sits in my office with me.
You can take your dog to work. That's the best.
Yeah, man. I could take my dog to work. I could smoke at work. I could fucking... My job's chill as hell, bro.
Man, being able to bring a pet to work would make me so happy.
Yeah, I bring my little sweet girl in there. She just sleeps in my lap while I'm working.
Cause I would because Penny would do well, I think, in an office. Cause she just likes to because she's very good at not wandering. Like she doesn't want to get far away from me when I'm in public with her. Like she wants to stay. She only goes a certain distance and then she'll come back.
Cookie is, dude. She'll go to the next room, but she'll come right back pretty quick. She just wants to explore it, but she wants to be by me also.
Yeah, my cat's exploring right now.
Yep, I get to bring my dog in whenever I want. They
Fucking
have
baller.
really cute dogs up there. Yeah, man. My dog's fucking sick, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's probably like the best
It's a great job, Perk.
Yeah. Because if I could bring this cat to the office, I would be pretty happy.
I was low on money this week, and I let my boss know I was low. And in fact, I told him, I was like, look, man, I'm too broke to smoke right now. And he took his fucking smoke out of his pocket and just gave it to me and was like, here, you can smoke this week. This is yours. Don't worry about it. Nobody's working for me who's too broke to smoke. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
It's pretty cool, man. Pretty a baller.
I'll go to war for my boss.
Yeah. Yeah, my project manager is pretty chill. He's a pretty cool guy. Then like my boss, he's cool. He's pretty. I don't know. He's older, and he has a little bit of that Greatest Generation thing going for him. But he's pretty. I don't know. I haven't been yelled at my new job a single time, so
there you go.
I'm all for it. Let's see. I guess teeth time.
Yeah, my boss also. He's 62. 63, something like that. But, that's the same age as our dads, right? And you've worked with your dad. You know how fucking hard that is. And I could never work for my dad. So that's the way I look at it, is like, you're from the same generation and you're way fucking cooler to work for.
Yeah. Yep. You worked for your dad?
Very briefly.
At which job?
After he quit Silver Eagle Distributorships, he opened a what's the word where you take things from poor people because they can't pay their bills?
Repo?
Repo. He opened a repo place.
That sounds like your dad.
And I helped like sort stuff in the warehouse for a while, for like 2 days, and he hated my work ethic and hated me having me there.
Yeah. Probably for the... Yeah, man, dude, like, older generations, man, they just don't get us. Like, millennials do not give a shit about, like, work. Like, work ethic is a made-up thing that you designed to try to make me feel bad for not working for free. Like, fuck you.
You're not even them. It's their parents came up with it, and they totally fell for it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They did. Yeah. Yep.
And that's the problem, right? Is we're not totally falling for it, and they're so mad about it. They're like, "What do you mean you're not going to do all this shit?" And we're like, "We're not going to do it.
No, we're going to do that. No, you pay us for what we do, or we'll move along. We do not care.
You own this place. I don't make any money, so I don't give a fuck." That's our generation's way of thinking.
I feel like it was different for them because they made a living.
Correct.
And like we do the hoop jump, and they're like, "Hey, how come you're not willing to jump through these hoops?" It's like, because on the other side of the hoop is not a living wage.
Yeah, because I've jumped through the hoops for every job already. I know what happens.
Yeah, nothing happens. Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah, we jumped through hoops in school already, that's why. We've been jumping through hoops our whole fucking life. No thanks. No more hoops.
Yeah, millennials don't give a shit. We don't play that game no more, dog. Do not play that shit.
No, I don't want to do that.
But, like, I don't know. It's funny that it's pretty much generation-wide. Like, we all agree. It's like we had a conference that we never had,
There's one thing we all agree on. We're not doing shit. Ready, break.
Yeah, pretty much. We're not gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're the first generation to actually take songs to heart. I think that's what the thing is. You know what I mean? Because they all had the songs, but then they were like, that's kid shit. We're like, no.
Time to grow up and stop being a punk, and we're like, no.
Yeah, we never stopped being punks, I guess. Boom. Hit them teeth with them pearly whites. Yeah, looks pretty good. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not bad. And then just hit the whole thing with a wash.
Yeah, dry brush it with the wash.
A dark wash, or
No, probably not. Probably hit it with a flash tone wash.
flesh wash.
I don't really like dark washes, to be honest with you, because you just did so much work. You know, I don't want you covering it up.
Yeah. Do I delete this?
A wash? No, you don't have to dilute a wash.
I didn't think so. But still dry brush.
Yes, always dry brush.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, we all agree. Because, like, for the first time pretty much in my life, I'm working with people mostly my own age. It's always been, like, people much younger or older than me, pretty much always. And, like, everyone's about the same age as me, even, like, some of the higher-ups. They're all kind of around. And, like, so, like, I'll be talking to, like, one of my bosses about, like video games and shit, you know? Like, he's cool.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like we all do. We all just sit around talking about games sometimes and whatever. But and I've heard the attitude that some of the people there have, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I tried to explain it to my dad, and he was like, "How come your generation doesn't want to work?" And I was like, "Because we aren't going to get a piece.
Yeah, we're not getting paid to work.
We're not going to get a piece. We're not going to get a piece of the business. We're not going to get a piece of the stock option. We're not going to get a piece of anything.
Yeah.
We're not getting a piece. We're just a number. We're just an hour. We're just a body. And we are aware of it, and we're not getting a piece, and we don't give a fuck because we don't get a piece."
Yeah, but if you work really hard, you can get ahead of your other colleagues and then fuck them all over. It's like, yeah, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, no thanks. It's like, you know, if I could work for money or property, I would work for property. Let me get a piece.
Yeah.
You know, let me get a fucking piece of land. I want to work for something real. Let me get a fucking piece. And so I think it's just that just extrapolated to a generation is we're literally not going to get ours. So why do we give a fuck?
Yeah, our generation's just done helping other people get theirs.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, get it on your fucking own.
Yeah. We're not willing to do things that people aren't willing to do themselves.
Elon Musk, if you want to work so hard that you sleep on your fucking factory floor, that's great because that's your company and it's your money and you get yours. But we don't expect your employees to do it. It's not their billion. You know, we don't fucking get ours.
Yeah, when they're like, I did this, it's like you get paid like
Yeah, good for you.
$100,000 a day or whatever.
A second, yeah. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We just don't want to do it, man. And it's not even that we don't work hard. Like, we work, like... We all have, like, side gigs and side hustles and shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, me and you do this, trying to, like, you know, hopefully one day make a little scratch. And then also,
cool.
like...
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool. And then, like, I've been trying to do a little writing. And, like, I don't know, man. We're just always trying stuff, at least. I mean, shit, when you actually look at the hours that I put into the stream and to work, I'm working, like, a 60 to 70-hour week sometimes, you know?
Yeah, that's what I say. It's like, you know, for me, this isn't necessarily work, but it is performance.
Yeah.
And we are performing a lot.
Yeah.
And in sales, I'm fucking performing all day. I do a lot of performing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know. It's just, yeah. Even when you're having fun, streaming still, you know, stressful.
Still performing.
The people that want you to work a 40-hour work week never work a 40-hour work week. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And some of the
like I
ones that
said-
work like 60, like, they're just workaholics. Like, it's not, I don't have to do that. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, my boss is, like I said, I love them. You know, I'd fight for them, but they are like, they would love to make me salary, but if I'm salary, they probably expect 50 weeks out of, or 50 hours out of me, and there's no way they're doing 50 fucking hours.
Yeah.
You know, it's, if your expectations gonna be different, I don't wanna take that pressure on.
Well, I mean, have they told you the hours that you would be expected to work?
No, I haven't asked yet because right now I'm hourly, and he understands that I have mental health problems, and so it's just like, if I need a day, I could just take a fucking day.
That's fair.
I don't have to get paid for it. I don't have to request it off. I don't have to say mental health day. I'm just like, bro, I'm not feeling it, and that's that. So I like where our relationship is at.
That's fair.
I don't want to do anything serious for a long, long time.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Do what you're comfortable with. Hey, kitty cat. You can go kitty. I dropped my miniature holder, and like it went behind my computer. I was like, "Fuck it, I'll get it later." But my cat like ran over there, just like fucking with it.
Oh, that's awesome. Your cat got it for you.
Yeah. She's a good girl. Fucking love this cat. Ugh.
Oh, everybody at work loves my fucking cookie bear too. They all love my little baby.
Oh, I bet. She's
They
a
were all
sweet.
giving her treats and shit, and everybody was coming to my office just to give her pets.
She's such a sweetheart, dog. She found a dice down there. She's fucking batting it around. It's pretty cute. I guess the... Can you hear the background? Have you been able to hear the background music this whole time, Penguin? I'm gonna turn it up a little. Jenny said it was quiet. I'm using the Bass Rebels Twitch Safe Music playlist.
Please.
Okay, you could hear it a little. Cool. I just turned it up a little, just have it a little bit better. I'm gonna take some pictures here. Just me.
Yeah, I'm getting ready, right? It's about picture time. We're like cruising through our time tonight.
Yeah. That's not terrible. Sean just said he liked the Matthew Broderick Godzilla.
Ron likes everything.
He does. He likes stuff. So he also said that the cartoon slapped, and that is true. The Godzilla, the '90s Godzilla cartoon is cool.
John likes everything. That's all I have to say.
Sean likes a lot of stuff. Yeah, he's in the right business.
That's true.
The right business.
It's good to like stuff. You
good to
know,
like
I
stuff.
should stop hating on that. It's just like I was telling you and Drew the other day. It's just I think I'm jealous. I think I'm jealous that you guys can enjoy movies as much as you do.
Yeah.
I literally just don't think that I like them as much as a human being.
I mean, I don't know, man. You know?
You know that old conversation where it's like, do we see the same color of red?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about movies, and it's like, I just don't feel like I like it. I just don't think I like it as much as regular people.
I mean, it's possible that you don't, but I don't know, man. I used to kind of be the same way. There was a period of time where I had a lot of trouble liking stuff because of like depression and like I don't know. I had to like I had to decide that it was okay to like things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I've been coming across that now, which is like, I need a new comparison, right? Instead of deciding if I like it or not, I need to like compare it to something else, and that helps me.
I don't know. Does it entertain you? Does it bring you joy? Did it like teach you something? Did you get anything out of it?
Sometimes I just turn that shit right off, though. I'm just like, fuck movies.
Yeah, maybe. I've always liked movies, though. Maybe just not a movie guy. Some people just aren't movie people, you know? Which I think is infinitely weird to me, because I love them so much, but... Jenny's not really a big movie person either, you know? Boop, 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 boop. Poopy, poopy.
Be right back. I'm gonna go grab a pink to do these lips.
Oh, nice. I'll sit here in silence. I'm gonna put these paints away. I have this nice organizer, and I organize my paints by color. I'm just gonna try and keep it that way. He says as he realizes 2 paints are missing completely. Oh, fuck. Did you take paints? I don't know if I always had 2 empty spaces on my paint rack, but I don't think I did, so it's kind of weird. I will find them eventually, but hey, you know, sometimes paints go missing. But getting close to the end, we will do our... But before we go, you know, Gary's going to finish up his model, take pictures. I have mine up in the Discord if you want to look right now. We'll put them up on screen once Gary's are up there. But in the meantime, I'm happy to chat. Talk about whatever, board games, movies, TTRPGs. I am a wellspring of knowledge. Because I am a nerd. I watch nothing but anime and TTRPG streams. A movie has to be pretty special for me to go see it, unless it's from when I grew up with. Then it is considered rewatching. Okay. I mean, that's fine. It's different than what I do. What anime do you watch? Because if you watch that much anime, you must watch a lot of different animes. So you know, what are some of your picks? What's your top 5 or top 10 if 5's too hard? Just wondering. I do love doing the stream, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little excited to get off and play Tears of the Kingdom more. I've been playing the shit out of it, and it's so fun. You can hear more of my thoughts at Fresh Out the Podcast. Our last episode was all about Zelda. Well, not all about. We talked about a couple other things, but yeah. Penguin's thinking about their top favorite animes. I feel no. We don't go kitty.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right, I'm back.
Hell yeah. What's up?
Hell yeah. What's up, bro?
Trying to get Penguin to talk about his favorite animes.
It's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to get Penguin to do something inappropriate.
Yep.
Do something strange for a piece of change.
But anime recently, I've really been liking Chainsaw Man. I was surprised by that one because it was one of the big ones, and so I was like, it can't be good. The main character looks dumb, like a chainsaw face. Come on! But then I watched it, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing, and it's like actually really good. Before that, I watched Goblin Slayer. I did like that. I'm not sure if I recommend it to people because of like sexual assault and stuff like that goes on in it, but it's not like glorified or anything, you know what I mean? So it is still, it's not like don't cancel it, but it's like trigger warning, I guess.
Subject matter.
Yeah, trigger warning, sexual assault. But like my favorites of all time, Full Metal Alchemist, both of them. Original series is good. Brotherhood's awesome. Really liked Gantz. S-Cryad was cool. Witch Hunter Robin is a really cool one. Trigun, classic. Cowboy Bebop, obviously, everyone likes it. You know, actually, I really got into Naruto. I watched all of Naruto. I'm a millennial traitor because I'm going to say that Naruto is better than DBZ.
I feel like used to be an unpopular opinion, but has gained traction over the years.
It's no longer an unpopular opinion because like the younger generation, it is true. It's 100% true. Like they actually have better storylines. People aren't charging up all the time. It's much better, much more actiony, much more depth. Better. It has a better power system. What would you say?
Storyline.
It's a better storyline, for sure. Yeah. Let's see. Genshiken, God Mars, Gurren Lagann, which
Gurren Lagann.
Maybe I need to give it another shot. I couldn't get into that one. Parallel World Pharmacy. That sounds cool. Saga of Tanya the Evil. Did you like my fan art for King Kian? Are you talking about his Necromancer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You sent that, did you send that recently, or was that the one that I saw earlier?
It was the same one.
Yeah. I saw the one that you did, like, pretty much right after we made our characters. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, it's fantastic. Your fan art only gets better. Like, like every time you do one, it's better than the last one.
And in case you wonder, we love it, and it means a lot to us.
Yeah. It does mean a lot to us.
We're not like sitting around like, look at that, look at this loser. We love it.
That'd be so weird.
This guy wants to be like us. Nah, we fucking love it. It's awesome.
I fucking love it. I made him too buff considering how Keon described him. I mean, maybe. God damn it, I always forget your fucking... Oh yeah. Abyssal Creative, yeah, that's right. Because to me, you're always Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it looks a lot like Kian too. Like you really capture like a person. Like the one you did of Gary's character, it looked a lot like Gary. And this one's just so much detail. It's very good. It's very good. And it's funny, he didn't have that curvy knife that you drew him with, but he got it. like the first session, like coincidentally. Just funny. I just realized his shoulder bag is made out of human skin because you can see like the hand on it, which is pretty cool. It's really good, dog. It's really good. I don't think you made him too buff. I think it looks pretty spot on. Pretty spot on. Yeah, you like a lot of those off Broadway animes. Let's see. I gotta check out Gen Chicken, because you like didn't name any ones that like I know except Gurren Lagann, which surprised me.
Part of Gensh also.
Which one?
Gensh.
Genshiken? Genshiken?
Gantz?
Oh, the one I said Gantz.
Gantz, yes.
Yeah. Genshiken looks like a slice of life anime. Oh, Genshiken is a manga about people who love manga. Anime and video. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't hate that. That sounds kind of cool, actually. Let's see. And the handbag idea was my idea. Also, the crochet needles are made from his mom's and grandmother's radius bones from their right hand. So he did crochet in the last game, too.
Did you get that it's a handbag?
Yeah, handbag. That's pretty funny.
I didn't get it until he said it.
I don't know if I did either. I can't say that I did.
It's pretty good.
God
like
Mars
that.
anime. 6-god combination God Mars? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, this looks kind of familiar, actually. It's a mecha anime. I like mecha.
I always wanted to play like a Gundam or mech tabletop role playing game.
I do too. I know Evil Hat just released Pacific Rim, which could be cool.
It could be cool.
But in my experience, mecha doesn't translate well to tabletop.
I think a lot of it would have to be building your mech, you know? A lot of it would have to be mech maintenance. Making sure you had the right loadout for the combats and stuff.
Yeah, that could be a thing. I don't know. I like in classic Gundam Wing, like a lot of the action takes place outside of mechs and like that kind of thing, because there's like espionage and shit going on. I don't know if it was kind of like that, or one of the Zoid series where it's the Zoids at war. That one could work pretty well. I feel like you need to have in and out of the mech. Otherwise, you just have a character sheet for essentially a mech, which is just like for the mech, which is essentially just a character that has powers, and then like you're just like, oh, but you're big though. You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree with you. I do think you'd have to be in and out of the mech.
It doesn't have it doesn't have the mouthfeel. It doesn't have the right mouthfeel if you don't do that.
I've always said the same thing about the space campaigns. It doesn't feel like you're in space unless you know what's going on Earth. Because in every space show ever, there's a home base, and the camera cuts back to the home base to see what's going on. You
definitely need a point of reference. At least you definitely need planet-side stuff.
You know, Star Wars is the same way. It's not all in space. There's always a planet.
Yeah, you need planet stuff.
Mm-hmm. You almost need two concurrent stories. You need one that travels and one that stays. Just like mechs, you need two stories. One that's a mech and one that's the people.
Yeah, you definitely need to go to space. And come back from space, yeah.
No, I think you need to play two groups. You gotta play one that's on the planet.
I think you can. I don't think you have to.
I think that's the big thing. I think that's what makes it feel like a spacefaring Earth game versus just adventuring in space. That's what makes any good sci-fi show feel like a sci-fi show. Is there's an adventuring squad and there's a home base squad and everybody's involved in their own politics and their own problems.
I mean, I don't know.
It's hard
because there's a lot of
sci-fi
that don't follow that. Like Star Trek doesn't really follow that. I feel like Star Wars really does it. They're pretty much always traveling.
Star Wars always says the traveling characters and the home base characters, like the Jedi Council, and here's what they're up to during when you're out there. Or here's what the Rebel Alliance is up to at the home base as they're preparing, and what you're doing is setting them up for success.
Yeah, but as the characters, you're the ones that are leaving and coming back, and the rest are just NPCs, in my opinion. I mean, you could... I'm not saying you can't play it the way that you're saying, and that it's not... I'm not saying it's not like a good idea, because I know you've talked about doing that with The Expanse, and I think it could be fine, but I'm saying it's just not necessary for it to work.
I think a lot of
I
things
think you
in
can
the
do
genre,
it.
I just think it's a thing that's overlooked that people don't realize is one of the tropes of the genre. For me.
Gotcha. Looking at this. Is this it's an isekai? Okay. Parallel World Pharmacy.
I like the name of that.
Let's see.
I like how I brought in 4 miniatures. Like, I thought I had the balls to paint 4 minis tonight, and I got 1 done.
I always prime like 3, and then I just don't worry about it for a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
A pharmacist is reborn into a magical world and uses his knowledge of medicine from his previous and current lives to become a great medical expert. And it is an isekai, which has recently gotten a lot of shit as a genre. People talk shit about isekais, but I like them. I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Isekai is like I think it means like other world or something like that, and like Sword Art Online's an isekai, Overlord is an isekai. Pretty much anything where like a person from
isn't in the real world.
Yeah,
an alternate reality.
Pretty much anything where like a person goes somewhere, like to another realm kind of thing. I think that's what makes an isekai. Because I don't think Goblin Slayer is an isekai. It's just a fantasy anime. Because no one's from the real world. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Although it might be because they have... Well, no, they don't level up in that one. I feel like it's okay to pick up girls in a dungeon might be an isekai because you do level up like an RPG, maybe? That one kind of skirts the line. I had to stop watching that one because it was just too fan-servicey.
Yep.
Which is a shame because they actually had a lot of really cool stuff going on.
Yeah, I really kind of liked their world, the way that there was just a dungeon in the middle of the world.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the city, and that was pretty sick.
And then the last one here is Saga of Tanya the Evil. It follows Tanya Deguffenchoff, a Japanese salaryman reincarnated into a female child soldier in a reality where magic coexists with an alternate timeline. Okay. Well, that's interesting. A Japanese salaryman reincarnated into a female. I don't know. That one sounds like it could get a little racy there, but maybe it's good. It's definitely interesting, and it's pretty new. 2017 is not that old. Because when I think old anime, I think like 90s anime and shit. What about like the classics, Penguin? What are you talking about? They are all isekai. Yeah, they are all isekais nowadays. You're not wrong. I think it is popular because people want to believe that there is something better out there. Yeah, I mean, it is literally escapism. Like
hidden world. Everyone likes a hidden world.
Yeah, it's the absolute most literal form of escapism, and it's really cool. I like isekais. I have no problem with them. I do understand it is oversaturated, and I feel like because it kind of is a new thing, like it's the new fad, and I feel like it'll cut out a bit eventually, but let them have their fun. I don't know why people want to shit on creativity. It's like, oh, everyone's making isekais. It's like, so I want to make an isekai. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, watch it or don't. Yeah, see, yeah, it is so oversaturated, but it's fine. I don't know. Some of my favorite animes that are newer are not isekais. You know, like My Hero and Chainsaw Man. Neither of those are isekais. But also, like, I really enjoy Overlord and Sword Art. And, like, I'm dying for new Sword Art Online content to come out. I feel like, Gary, you never did watch, did you ever watch?
I watched a season or two of Alicization.
Yeah, Alicization. Yeah. Fucking.
And I really liked it.
Bro, it's so good. I couldn't believe, like, at first when it started, I was like, this is kind of dumb. It's like they're restarting the anime, but then they're not, and it's fantastic.
It really took a left turn. Yeah, I was not about it. And the first like 3 or 4 episodes are lots of little boys running through the woods, giggling, tickling each other. And then it's not. And then the show isn't that, which is good. But it definitely starts off with a lot of little boys giggling and tickling.
And after a previous Sword Art Online seasons, it's just like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and then it's just out of control.
Yep.
They just had to build that foundational relationship.
I sent my driller in the Discord.
Excellent. I've been waiting. Alrighty, everybody, here we go. I rigged up a button that makes the web thing happen. I actually went and cleaned up my Stream Deck buttons for paint streams. Here is Gary's driller, looking fucking good. That looks good, dude. That looks spot on.
Thank you.
That looks exactly like the driller. Yeah, that's really good. There's Gary's driller. Here is my Glyphid Exploder. A little muddy, not the best, but it does work, and I think I can do it better next time. But it is pretty cool.
I like it. Yeah, the reason it looks a little muddy is just the paint was probably too wet on that body part of it, but the little pustules look great.
Yeah, pustules look pretty good, and I'm overall I'm happy with it. It'll look fine on the table. I
would say that's really close up from 2 feet away. I bet that looks great on a table.
I do need to paint the stone at some point, but I just didn't want to do that. And then also, Penguin, here is your artwork of my younger brother's Necromancer.
Necromancer.
Shit,
look at that.
I mean, it's just so good. Bro, that's really good fan art, dog. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Penguin, what about, like, older animes? I mean, you watch a lot of anime. Do you watch, like, the classics? Do you watch Full Metal? Do you watch, did you watch Yu Yu Hakusho? What about Attack on Titan? That's a newer one. Do you watch any of the mainstream stuff, I guess is what I'm asking. Because I watch most of the mainstream stuff, and then I branch off a little bit. I don't get too far off the mainstream. What's, like, the weirdest anime, probably the most, like, offbeat anime I watch is Gantz. Gantz is pretty fucked up and, like, not for the mainstream audience. Not really mainstream a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I was just curious. Have you seen Gantz? You should check out Gantz. And then, what are the other weird ones I've seen? I feel like Witch Hunter Robin's not mainstream at all. If you haven't seen that, It's like X-Files mixed with... I don't want to say Buffy, because it's not goofy in any way. It's like X-Files. It's like It's like magical X-Files, essentially, in Japan. And it's fucking sick. Witch Hunter Robin, you check that out. I really like vampires, so Hellsing was a big one for me. I really like that one. I watched a little bit of Trinity Blood. That one's kind of cool. There's like a vampiric empire. That one's dope. I've seen Gantz. Liked it a lot. Oh, check out Sabuki Bisco. Let me check this out. Sabiku Bisco is set in a post-apocalyptic world where Japan has been reduced to a desert wasteland filled with giant mutated monsters. Okay. Deal. I'll check it out. I have access to Crunchyroll. I think my brother has a subscription to that, so I've been watching there. And yeah, it's just... Yeah, Gantz is really good. I really like Gantz. I'm trying to think of the more obscure ones that I like. I need to give Kamiko and the Iron Fortress, or whatever it's called, another shot. Because that one's pretty cool. It's like a zombie anime. What about you, Gary? You seen any good animes lately?
I watched Dr. Wood recently, and I watched it all in like 2
Dr.
days.
Stone, you mean?
Dr. Stone, sorry. Yeah, I do that every
You
time.
keep doing that. Dr. Stone's supposed to be pretty good.
It was really good. I liked it a lot. There's a lot of really cool survival stuff in it that like teaches you about real science and about real survival. So,
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Like whenever it does like montages, instead of doing like silly character montages where it's like you cook a meal, it like shows you all the steps. It's like, so you want to make a tent, and like it'll break down like a side by side. It's like, put the rods like this, place them in the ground like this, get this shape of fabric. This is how you make the best kind of tent.
That's pretty cool.
And then like teaches you how to make steel and a furnace and stuff.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, to me it just screamed Jahan, and especially like junior high Jahan, who was already a smart kid who wanted to do learning while they watched the show.
Yeah. It's like vaguely educational. Yeah, that's fun.
It is vaguely educational.
I like that.
That's correct.
I enjoy educational programming still.
I watch a ton of documentaries, man. I don't read a lot, but I always be learning.
Always be learning. You don't got to read to learn. Yeah.
Nope, that's just not my favorite way to. I'm self-conscious about it because in my mind, smart people read. But
you should try audiobooks. Because supposedly research shows that listening to books does similar things to your brain as reading. So
now, I also don't know if this counts, but I watch everything with subtitles on and read all the subtitles and compare all the words to what's being said, and I edit everything while I watch it. And I'm like, they fucked up these subtitles.
yeah, that can count.
So I don't know if it's the actual act of reading. I do read. I read a lot.
You read stuff. Yeah, you read like TTRPG books too.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be too self-conscious about that. But yeah, Dr. Stone looks really good. I also want to watch The Iron Fortress again. I like everything that Miyazaki does. I don't know if you like that stuff. Like Spirited Away, all those classic, like the big movies. Howl's Moving Fortress.
Those to me, I mean, I would piss off literally everyone in the anime community, but I would say that those are overrated.
Ooh, okay. I mean,
they're certainly classics.
Yeah.
And there's no argument there.
I would say
some of them are great, but I think that a lot of them just get lumped in as being great because of who they were made by.
Potentially, but my big three there are going to be Spirited Away, masterpiece.
Spirited Away, masterpiece. No argument.
Spirited Away is absolutely a masterpiece. No one can say otherwise. Then Howl's Moving Castle, fantastic. I loved it. And then my favorite, Kiki's Delivery Service. I really like that one.
I haven't seen Kiki's Delivery Service.
I don't know. I don't know if you'll like it. It's a very. It's just like a warm fuzzy story. It's not. There's no, like, no one's gonna get shot. You know, like there's no monsters. It's not like that. It's almost a slice of life anime, but like she's a newly awakened witch that has to go out into the world and like make a living. And she's just not great at being a witch, but she is good at flying on her broom. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just a sweet movie, and it's like I watch it, I can watch it when I feel down, and it like it was one of my childhood ones. Those are my big three. Spirited Away's so good. Spirited Away's so good. And then
have you seen The Way of the House Husband yet, Jahan?
No.
I think you would like it. It's been running since 2018. It's a modern anime, and it is a Japanese house husband who used to be one of the like top Yakuza assassins, but now he just wants to like make dinner and go shopping.
I would watch that.
Most of the time, it's like 95% him making dinner and going shopping and cleaning the house, but their scenes are shot like they're action scenes, so they're really funny, and he's monologuing during all of it. But then every now and then someone from his Yakuza life will show up and try to get him back into life or tell him that he's not gone or not done or something, and like they discovered him, and then he'll either beat the crap out of them or like serve them a rice bun, and it's so good that they leave him alone.
It's like that time that Archer was hiding at Bob's Burgers. Did you see that? That's funny. Yeah, you said that as if Vengeance was like, hey, don't feel bad about liking that stuff. Like what you want. They want recommendations of anime from you as well. So there's one. The way of the house husband.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
It's fun. It's a good one.
Sounds like a good one.
And I'm not like a real niche anime guy. You know, Jahan's the anime guy, but you know, like I said, Dr. Stone, Way of the House.
I'm the anime guy, but you definitely like anime.
I like the one that everyone likes, the superhero one.
My Hero, yeah.
I like My Hero Academia.
I like My Hero, but that's one that I feel is a bit overrated. A lot because like they really toe that like line with the sexualization of the girls. Like it's like, man, like y'all need to chill.
Yeah, for sure, because they're like 14 in that show.
Yeah, it's like 14-year-old high school girls, and they're like, look at my boobs. And it's like,
that's something their culture and our culture need to address.
Yes.
Our cultures love the sexualization of teenagers, and we need to knock that shit off.
You knock that shit off, yeah, absolutely. But so it is actually something that is actively being addressed in Japan currently, but well, we'll see how it goes. I don't know, man. It turns me off from some animes, but My Hero is still great. I don't know. I like a lot of anime, dude. If I could look at a list or something, maybe. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is one of my big ones.
It took me a second to like One Punch Man. I had to give it 2 tries. But
One Punch is so good.
I watched all of My Hero and then all of One Punch, like back to back. So in my mind, that's the same universe, and that's the world that I want to play superheroes in.
It is kind of the same.
I want to go to superhero school and then get graded on like D, C, B, and A and S grade superheroes. Like I want to play that game, and I could play that game for like 5 years. Just play different superheroes in that world.
Yeah, no, I mean, it
would be fun to play a guy on a bicycle, but then the next week also play like the, Inferno.
You're talking about the Maymoon Rider? Maymoon Rider Slido! He slides his bike. Fucking love that guy. That guy's my hero.
I like that he is like a fucking D-grade hero, except he always pulls a one fucking S-grade move constantly.
Yeah, and he's like so popular. It's really funny. I love that guy so much. I don't know what he's actually calling himself, but Maymoon is what I just said, and that means like monkey in Farsi. So he's like the monkey rider, which is funny. I watched a couple seasons of My Hero, but I couldn't get into it. I do like the exploration of different quirks. Yeah, quirks are cool. That's the cool part. Quirks are. It's a cool. I don't know. They kind of do that in what's it called? The Extraordinaries or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? That British show.
Yes.
Everybody has one power. It's pretty cool.
I like that in My Hero. I was going to say that's the thing I like is their world and their lore more than the show. I think. It's
They have the
setting.
good. They have the good world building thing going on. For sure.
He's a Moomin Rider is a top ranked C class hero.
Yeah. He's so I love that dude. He just his move is he just slide tackles you with a bike. He has no superpowers. He's just wearing like baseball pads and he slides into you on a bike. It's really funny. And then there's supersonic jet speed. That guy's hilarious.
I guess they said Kamen Rider is like a bike franchise in Japan. And so Moomin, he's just kind of just like Huffy almost, I guess. And the other part of it, Moomin means unlicensed. So he's just like an unlicensed bicycle rider is what his name basically means. It's like bicycle vigilante.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I like that he tries to fight the Sea King. It's pretty funny. Gary, don't worry. Oh, okay, you already addressed that. Yeah, man, I like a lot of anime. I really like Hellsing. That one's good. It's got vampire. Alucard is the coolest vampire in any mythos, in my opinion. Because like
My favorite quirk in My Hero was meat.
That would be your quirk.
Did you remember that guy when they have like the huge battle royale? One of the guys from the other school, his quirk is meat, and he just like turns people into meat. They just turn into like meatballs or piles of meat.
Oh no, it's not good.
It's real gross. It's real bad.
Do they die?
They don't talk about what happens,
Okay.
but probably not, right? Because they're not killing other kids during that.
Boo turns you into Cookie.
Yeah, that's true.
Naruto apparently started off as conceptually as a food anime. And then it got out of hand, I guess. So they started creating all these nations and they're like, wait a second. We're on to something here. I think they just cut the food stuff out. It's pretty funny. I like that show.
Look at this. I'm going to paste this. I'm going to hit enter. Click on that, John. Look at that GIF that's in that article.
Boo does turn you into chocolate. Look at the
usage.
GIF. Where is it? Live stream?
In the Twitch chat.
Twitch. Oh!
It's the My Hero Academia wiki. And under the usage section, there's a GIF of the meat power.
Meatball grants the user the ability to manipulate raw human flesh. The user can manipulate their own flesh, giving them their ability to separate their limbs and control them at will. Flesh can be expanded and molded together for offensive and defensive maneuvers. It can be levitated and used as projectiles to capture. Oh, gross. I see the GIF.
Yeah, he just turns that guy into a ball of meat, and he's just holding his little gooiness.
He turned, that's Red Riot, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Red Riot didn't die, so I guess he undid it or something.
Yeah, that's the power that I would want. Just turn people into a ball of goo.
It's a good one. I always think that being able to control people's bones would be really effective too.
Yeah, if you were like Magneto but with bone.
Yeah, Bone Magneto. That'd be awesome.
So I know that we grew up with the name Magneto, so it's not that dumb to us, but that's a really dumb name.
Magneto.
It's Magneto.
It is.
It's
Magneto.
not good. It's like Numbero. It's just not a fucking good character.
It's not a great name. Yeah, he's resurging right now as a pop culture icon.
I'll see a Nito.
Because people are talking about Magneto was right, and they're talking about his speech in one of the X-Men movies where he's talking about genocide coming. And so people right now, because of everything going on, they're like, Magneto was right. And so
Magneto was right.
Calcium Nito.
Bonito.
I can be Zinc Nito.
Bonito. It's like the cute little boy.
Bonito. That'd be funny. I'm Bonito.
No, Bonito with an E, not an I.
I'm Bonito. And then they just think your power is cute, but then you're like, give me your bones!
No one ever takes him seriously.
Until he debones a person in front of you.
Your name is Bonito. I'm not gonna take you seriously.
Oh. Well, shit, dude. I guess it's time to end the stream, huh?
Okay.
Oh, play Zelda.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Probably gonna lay in bed and play Zelda.
Yeah, I'll probably smoke some weed and play some video games.
Hells yes. What are you gonna play?
Alright, man. I don't know. Maybe For the King, maybe Deep Rock, maybe For the King or Deep Rock.
Okay. Those are good options. Oh no, that is Keon's character. Keon's Necromancer it's not a character I used to play, but it's close to a character I used to play, and I think it's really funny that without knowing about that, he made that character. It's kind of weird, huh, Gary?
Yeah, it is. I'm still searching for my character. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, you're finding it. I mean, he's still finding his. Everybody's finding theirs, and I think you guys really seem to like this campaign a lot.
Oh yeah,
so
what about it?
Yeah, you guys are really into it, and I'm like, shit, fucking cool. Like it's exciting. It's exciting that you guys are so into it. So it makes me want to like prep and stuff.
Hell yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching Fresh Out the Box Paints with its community. Thanks for sharing your art. Thank you, Penguin, for hanging out and talking about anime. And yeah, thank you, everybody. I've been Johananon at RockFact on Twitter.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. That's where we talk about movies, streaming shows, video games. Every Tuesday night, every Wednesday, an episode comes out where all podcasts are available. Whether you do Spotify or Apple Music or Podbean, I don't care what you do, but we're there. Fresh Out the Podcast. If you like tabletop role-playing games, go check us out every Thursday and Friday. We try to play games or paint minis and hang out with you. So thank you for being here, and we will see you on the next thing.
Stay fresh!